Give me a new one.
Oh, holla, folks. What's up, Brad Ringer? You're the first
I didn't even realize, dude.
94. Hopefully it's cooler for the rest of the week. What's up, everybody? What's up? Awkward start. Sorry, we're late.
What's up, Brad?
Stuff we're getting ready.
It's one of my better clients. What's going on, buddy?
Yesterday's video got me real excited for my Tahoe trip next week. What did we put out yesterday? I forgot.
The clearest lake or something.
Brad's fishing on Tahoe.
Oh, already? Oh, shoot, they just got back. I feel like they just got back from that trip. Oh, nice. Check it out, `𝗛𝗟, Washington. You guys know the drill. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Marlon's going to go get some goodies. You know how we like to start things always just right on time. We're super production here. Clint's cracking the whip.
This guy.
None of that ever happens, but we're getting in here. Yes, we've got scale obsession.
God, I knew it was coming. I seen that. I saw that one and chuckled.
My mic's not working. Uh-oh. Maybe if I turned it on.
There we go.
Did anybody hear anything I had said?
No. Well, you're coming in really faint.
Sorry, guys.
I asked you for...
Yes.
Me?
That's my fault. That was not Clint's fault.
Dude.
It was my fault.
I asked you 3 times.
My fault. Finally, my fault. Good evening, Joaquin. What's up, Todd? Beto from Battleground. What's going on? We are talking, guys, tributary Summer Steelhead.
My fave.
I haven't even caught one yet this year.
A couple.
I haven't even caught one.
No.
No, I haven't.
Well,
Got some in the Columbia, but not in the tributaries.
Yeah, there we go.
Not in the yeah. Yeah. Bubba, being a bass fisherman isn't all that bad, though. You're all right. Turning in from Portland. Better late than never from Morgan City. Thanks, Tim. We're some great action. Heck yeah. Okay. Can't hear Cam's mic. We fixed that. See your mulligan do-over. Better now. Gresham, Morgan. Yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from. Got almost 200 of you guys watching real quick, but we're, like I said, Marlon's going, he was in here, had his mic, had to run out, had to get some stuff. So here we are. So now we're just going to struggle.
We are
We're going to
here.
struggle through this. But we've got some pretty cool tributary steelhead things. It's not in 'tis the season. Rivers are low, fish are bright. It's kind of right in the time frame that we should be catching some summer steelhead.
Fish are a good size this year.
Are they?
Yeah. Been seeing some real healthy fish.
That's good. At least they're eating tomorrow. The party tomorrow. Yes, actually, we'll talk about that real quick. We have got the 4th annual summertime bash at Bob's Sporting Goods. You coming down tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, that is tomorrow.
That's right. We're going to be talking some buoy 10. Jordan's going to be talking some tributary spinners and spoons. So we got a little bit of everything.
Fun stuff.
We're going to talk from water, this deep to hundreds of feet deep out in the river mouth there and out in the ocean. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow at Bob's, 6 o'clock. Get there early, guys. If you guys are coming down, as always, because not that I wouldn't call it limited seating, but they only have seating for about 130 people there, and it
gets packed real quick.
Yeah, it will fill up. So you guys need to get down there, get there early. I believe Marlon sent me the flyer today. So I asked him, what am I talking about? But preparing a presentation for Buoy 10 for you guys. I think we're going to have pizza. You guys can enter to win the Old Town fishing kayak as well, just by showing up. But it's going to be a great opportunity. I'm going to be talking a lot of stuff about Buoy 10 prep, making sure the stuff. And so what better place to go other than Bob's Sporting Goods to load up with all that stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Bob's is a good spot.
Bob's is a good spot.
Bob's is a consistent spot.
But Bob's is a very good spot.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Summer's great, especially when you can see the water super low. Flare it covered up by high water. So excited for this. Yeah, that's right, dead drift. So one thing about the summertime is a great opportunity to go to those rivers, even if they don't have an abundant run of summer steelhead. Going there and checking it out your winter haunts and getting a good lay of the land, seeing where the gravel is, seeing where certain boulders or certain slots sit would be really good. Give you that information to understand where the steelhead are going to hold come wintertime when the water's up. It's a good point. Thanks for the heads up. I see a lot of people saying stoked to see y'all there. Thank you, Jigging with G. Real fast, if you are coming to the Bob's Sporting Goods event or bash, event. Bash.
Event. Bash.
Little July 4th kind of tiredness kind of seeping through today.
Yep,
I can't say I was fishing because I wasn't fishing this morning. let us know if you're tuning in. Let us know if you're coming, or let us know if you're going to one of our other bash. I believe we're going to have one down in Tigard at Stevens Marine, who's the title sponsor of this Addicted live cast here. So very awesome. Always great to have those guys partnered up with. We're going to be doing an event actually at their place. If you're coming from the South Portland, Eugene area, you're going to have some Salem area. You're going to have some opportunity to maybe head up north that day. We'll get you guys the date here when Marlon steps back in here. I know it's in a couple weeks. I know it's not next week. So we'll get you guys lined up on that. But let us know if you're tuned. Let us know if you're coming in there. Well, you guys showing up tomorrow night? Like, how many of you guys are going to show up? Maybe we should give something to these people for tomorrow.
There we go.
The one at Stevens.
What's that?
The one at Stevens Marine is July 20th.
The one at Stevens Marine is on July 20th.
Yep, Thursday as well.
And that'll be really fun because there's a lot of beautiful boats down there, and I don't ever need an excuse to go spend money at Stevens. So I'm excited to go. I'll probably get there early myself. Yep. We need to come down to Southern Oregon. I don't know if we're going to make it on this round, Colton. I think we will try to maybe do that one more in the fall or winter time. Will Jordan be at Bob's tomorrow? Yes, he will. He's doing a presentation on spinners and spoons. Spinners and spoons for tributary steelhead stuff. I wouldn't say his specialty. He catches them a million different ways, but definitely is prone to.
He's pretty good at it.
Chucking a little metal every now and then, catching fish. Because I know I sure as heck don't do it as much as I should, and he always catches them on them. So,
Yeah, I don't do it near as much as I should.
Yep.
But
Todd says the 20th, I'll be there. Yo, I'm coming. Just let me know when we can start showing up so I can get a seat. I'll let Marlon walk back in here, and I'll have him confirm that. Of course, he just texted my...
I sent you the...
Oh, you sent me the flyer.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you, sir. Oh, John did say he's got about 140 to 150 seats set up. John Bechtold is the fishing manager down there at Old Bob's Sporting Goods. So, yeah, hopefully it will be packed to the gills. We're coming from Woodland. Come to Michigan. Brian, we'd love to come to Michigan, but we'd have to go to one of your guys' bashes out there because you guys are the experts out there. We kind of we can get around out here a little bit. But
yeah, we can show you around out here.
Yeah, but maybe we'll have to go there and go attend one of your guys' bashes. What's up, Craig?
Cool.
What's going on? Good seeing you this weekend out there chasing the green ones or the brown ones, depending on which species. Where is the Addicted Bait Company located? We are located in Southwest Washington. Our studios and our store is right up off I-5 in Ridgefield. Yep. I'll be at the Tiger Bash, work during the week, but I can make that happen. Awesome, Tim. Looking forward to seeing you there. What is easiest we can show? It's the earliest, I'd imagine. Like I said, maybe I can. I think they shut down their archery range upstairs, and so then you guys can show up. But I don't know when exactly it's going to be safe. So once he steps back in here, he'll let us know what's the earliest somebody can show up to the bash tomorrow, Marlon. As early as you want. You can show up. I knew you were going to say that. He said show up at 1.
Ooh.
Last time the line started forming about an hour and a half before it started.
An hour and a half. We're starting at 6.
We're starting at 6. We're going to let people in to start seating at 5:30.
Okay, so seating starts at 5:30.
Yeah.
Okay, so the line's going to form up at the archery line at 5:30, guys, where you'll be able to get your raffle tickets and your good stuff. And then I believe we're doing pizza too.
Pizza, drinks,
drinks,
tons of
the
prizes.
usual. And
Everyone, can you pull the flyer up?
Marlon's going to be doing all the giveaway stuff. We already talked about the Old Town.
A few things I got to have you pull up today.
Okay.
We good?
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I'm just talking to Clint.
Don't need a bash to come fish. The Manistee is the best. We spent a little time on that little river. That was definitely fun. Suntan Lines is great, Cam. Thank you. You've been working really hard on it.
Yeah, that's a solid one, dude.
I need to wear those glasses, though.
Yeah. Yep, it blends a lot better.
Where is Jordan? Jordan's out on assignment tonight. What's up, Fishing with Fry? Good place to spend money. That's right. Built my first rod last week. Hopefully we can get a new Summer Steel this weekend. Silverdale here. Cool. Oh, we got Clint is now producing. I see. He's got... So what did I forget? Let's see if I got everything right on there. There's me talking buoy 10. Oh, and the
Spurs
Q&A
spoons.
with Popoff. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, see?
And I just found out
Oh,
Big Dave's coming too.
and Big
Ooh.
Dave. Okay, so
Now it's gonna be a good time.
a rare appearance from Mr. Big Dave. He's busy doing his summertime Alaska stuff, and it's pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty awesome to have him up there. So the reality is now it's a party. Now it's a party. So Nick, I can't believe I forgot that. We like to do these Q&As for you guys because we always seem to get some really cool questions and some really good ideas from you guys. So Nick will be joining. I'm sure I can get Nick in to talk a little buoy 10 too. Actually, you know what? I can probably just sit back and just have Nick talk the buoy 10.
Right.
So I could just, grab a seat,
Kick back.
learn a thing or two from Mr. Popov. So
There you go.
yeah, it should be a good time. Are dogs allowed at Bob's? I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure.
We bring Little in.
We bring Little in, but I don't know.
I feel like little
Call
exception.
ahead. Call ahead. Yeah. Yep. Popoff and Big Dave are the shiz. That they are. Perfect crop job, Clint. Yes, it was, wasn't it? As always.
Whoa.
Oh, and then you set that up, right, Marlon?
Yeah, we'll talk about
Okay.
that here in a few.
Cool. Dang, Big Dave in the house. That's right. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. Mario and a raccoon for the host. What am I watching? It's Luigi. Get it right. Come on, man.
Yeah. First of all,
First of all, I'll be there with my brother. Can't wait. Addicted Alaska 3. That's a good. I have not heard an update on that.
I'm waiting on one song to get cleared.
One more cleared song and it will be out. One more, guys. That's good to hear because I heard that was backed up pretty good. So one more. So waiting for that process, guys. You know we want to get it out to you. It's been long enough. I agree. Low Clint, as always, thank you for fishing knowledge. I learned from you. Appreciate you tuning in, Canadian Outdoors. Do you think the fall run will be late this year like the springers? BMAC, it is hard to say. I do hear of great catches up north. The Sitka fleet just went out a few days ago. I'd be kind of interested to see how those guys did as far as the commercial stuff. Yeah, Craig, music licensing is a pain in the ass. Yeah, we've had a bunch of songs in there that we thought we had permissions for, and then come to find out we did or didn't, and now I think it was just more the YouTube thing bouncing back and making sure that everything's cleared. So we've been fighting it. Marlon's been fighting that. There's no we in that. I have no idea how the hell that.
Ghost Cat have been
Yeah, Marlon and Ghost Cat, the production team, have been fighting it tooth and nail. So, yeah. Going to Alaska for the first time in a few weeks, and I've been watching the Alaskan videos on repeat. Awesome. There's going to be another one coming out soon. I don't know. When is that one going to come out? Has that even been...
It's getting close.
Getting close, okay.
That's why I haven't been able to work on your channel, because I'm working on that one.
Oh, gosh. Kidding. Always something. It's
you
always
write
busy
the
down
intro?
here. What's that?
Did you write your...
I've got something.
Sick. Well, let me know.
But I got to record it.
Well, I didn't know you were done with it. I can send Sean anytime.
It's 3 paragraphs.
Let's get it done.
Oh, it's on me. It's on me.
It's
He just
definitely on me.
he flicked it to me. I got it.
It's definitely on me.
I've got something. I've got
Take
something.
blame.
Sporting. Yep. Dogs are allowed at Bob, said Andy. Just call ahead, guys. Make sure your dog's well behaved.
But if you guys didn't hear what we were saying, Cameron's channel is coming. The channel that he's been telling you is never going to come, it's coming.
I don't believe it.
It's on its way.
Just don't believe it. Don't believe it. We got a lot of stokes in the fire.
We do. We got a lot of cool stuff we're working on. I can't alone.
Craig says, "What up, Marlon?" You can't see that comment because he's standing behind.
We
the
got Luigi's
screen.
guide service in the works.
Yep. It's gonna be.
Are we making a shirt out of that? Please tell me we are.
We should
No.
make a shirt with you.
No.
Just a full picture of your face and head, and we'll just put Luigi underneath of it.
Please no.
Oh.
That'd be almost as good as Low Clint.
My favorite was during the Shad episode, everyone was like, scale obsession guide service.
Yeah, we already
That's
got one.
got someone's giving some mileage to that thing today too.
Awesome.
It's all good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, guys. No, I'm excited for the channel. I think we're gonna launch. We filmed it last year at Buoy 10, the first opening series. We've got 3 series filmed, and we're gonna launch it. I think right at the right time. So we hopefully it'll be everything cool. If you guys like it and watch it and like it and follow it and whatever and want to keep going with it, I'll keep filming them. But if you don't, then I'm not going to film them. We're just not going to worry about
Gotta
it.
get some feedback on these first.
Yeah, it should be really cool. It should be a bunch of real situations, but I don't want to divulge too much.
We're also going to make it a little educational, so we're working on some really cool stuff to just kind of make it. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, it'll be more
I'm
fun.
excited about it.
Nice.
I will believe it when I see Cameron's channel on YouTube. Then I will believe it. Yeah, me too. Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. We gotta get our first prize pack going up.
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
Cam
guys,
on cam.
we majorly need your help because for some reason, YouTube and Facebook is not really pushing our live feeds anymore. We don't know why. We don't know why they're not showing them to people, but we need your guys' help to push these things out here.
Well, we have more than 30.
That's true. We do have more than 30 people. That's good. Yeah. That's a good thing. But seriously, guys, it's you guys that helps us spread the word. It's you guys that helps us get people in here watching, brings the conversation going. That's why we always ask you to share and thumbs up the videos and comments, because the more you guys do that, the more YouTube and Facebook kind of pushes it out there. So we're working on some other things to like stream it to other platforms. Like we're going to start probably streaming to TikTok and some other platforms. But in the meantime, we need your guys' help. So for the first prize pack, if every single one of you watching, there's almost 300 of you, can share this. Share it. Text message some buddies. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you like to share things. Share it out there. Yeah. Thumbs up the video and drop a comment and let us know. Are you excited for Cameron's channel or are you not excited? That's what I want to know. Who's excited for it and who isn't?
The last time we let the
Look
internet
at Garden
pour on
Frugal.
me.
Garden Frugal's going in right
Yeah,
now.
oh, yeah, of course he is. We should do it to Clint's channel. Actually, Clint's channel would be pretty funny. He could just fly to spots and go fishing.
Day in the life.
I've been telling him forever.
That would be kind of cool.
I think we should give one of these chargers away.
I just bought a new camera and I got cameras going.
Oh gosh. You gonna sell me all your plastics making stuff yet?
Have I what?
You gonna sell me all your plastics? You give me a price yet?
No.
Damn it.
Just tell me what you want and I'll make it.
Then it's out there.
Cam, getting on the big bass would be sweet. I haven't filmed any of those yet. Actually, I could go do that. Yeah. Cam, you ever thought about making an episode California halibut surf fishing for the beach? Dude, that'd be awesome. Anywhere I can go to catch halibut, I am there. I love eating them.
That sounds fun from the bank.
That would be
I'm
fun.
I'm down. Like,
That sounds
that
really
would
cool.
be really cool.
Okay, guys, first prize pack for what you guys are commenting right now. Cam's been telling me to keep these and not give them away because we need them.
Why are we giving that away?
I'm going to give away a 𝗛𝗘𝗟 lithium 12-volt battery charger. 12-volt, 10-amp battery charger. You can use it on any of your batteries. It works really well. Who wants to win one?
Dang.
Lithium. Yes, this is for lithium. So first person's winning a 12-volt 𝗛𝗘𝗟 lithium 10-amp AC/DC charger. Perfect for your lithium batteries.
Okay.
Like my sales pitch?
Yeah. Love it. That was a good one.
What is everyone saying?
Top
Were they
notch.
excited about your channel or no?
I don't know.
Not excited for Cam Chow's batteries to stick myself with the
Well, Garden Frugal wouldn't know what good fishing was if it bit him in the ass. So the reality is we don't care about Garden Frugal's opinion. He can go grow a pineapple and shove it in the oven.
Dude, you guys didn't know Clint's a YouTube master, dude. He only had 30,000 subs in like less than a year, and already had videos over 1 million. And then he stopped doing YouTube. Don't ask me why. He just figured it out, succeeded, and then failed and left. Who does that?
Thank you, James. And I've been well, I think your boss was like ratting you out on some of the large green ones you've been catching. It's pretty badass.
Green what? Big bass?
Green one, yeah. He got some monsters this year.
I've been getting excited for that thing coming up the end of this month.
I know. I wonder if I
You
should
guys
announce that
doing
like
another
too.
tourney?
Oh yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Tell people to come in or
Yeah.
come put your money where your mouth is. And then we'll lose to all of them.
That would be cool. Fishing like a tournament.
Dude,
style.
it's so
Man,
fun. Like I didn't realize how
So
fun it was until doing
competitive.
it with Cam a couple times. It's like unbelievably fun.
That sounds like
He
a
had me
good
looking at
time.
bass boats when I came home the last tournament.
Oh boy.
It'll get to you. It's fun.
It's the competition aspect, and then it's like when you don't win, then you're like so freaking annoyed you want to figure out how to win next time.
What did I do? Yeah, you play Monday
And you
morning
start getting
quarterback.
in your
So
head,
crazy.
and you're like, oh, if I only would have done
But
this,
then-
I'll have
but-
to do that next time, and then you go do that next time, and it still doesn't pay off. You know, it's
Well,
just
what's
like,
cool though is like sometimes like you like flip a coin, like you have to make a decision, but then you hear about like afterwards because you know a lot of the guys that fish, and then you find out it's like, oh, I guess
Why didn't we do
Yeah,
that?
this pattern.
why did we hook them all with frogs when we shouldn't have?
Yeah. Oh, that's something we learned from a freaking pro, though.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
see, that's what I'm saying. You're always learning. Anyways. No, guys, Marlon and I got a big tournament. We're going to fish. The Bass Federation of Oregon has an open in the Celilo pool in July. And there's like $5,000 of fluff money in there. There's probably going to be projected to be between 40 and 60 teams.
Whoa.
So if you're a bass angler and you want to go to a really cool open event, I believe it's $150 buy-in with a $50 big bass. It's in the Celilo pool in the middle at the end of July. It's going to be a topwater bite, tons of smallmouth. You are going to be able to lock up and down. It's a permitted event for Oregon. Reach
Yeah.
out to me, shoot me a message,
That
or
is
go
sick.
on to the Bass
And I know
Federation
people
of
make
Oregon's
them, always
website.
make
Like I
their
said,
own.
I understand we're
As
talking
good as
steelhead
this.
today. Don't give me no crap about it. But if there
Like
is
that
like
one.
one or
That
two
one.
of you guys that like to do some competitive bass fishing, come steal Marlon and I's money. Like maybe we can do like an addicted jackpot for all the addicted guys in there that get ahead of us.
I thought we were going to do that. We talked about
We got an idea for that for the TDF
Oh, okay.
Open in later on in the year.
Okay.
But yes, it'll be a good time. And if you have a bass boat like Bill says, that's right. It's called the Drain Raider Open. Oh my God, thank you, Craig. Yes, TBF Drain Raider Open Bass Fishing. Just search that, you will find it.
Love the name.
Yes,
Drain Raider.
How many people we got now?
They're the big
Still no one.
sponsors of it.
Okay.
I don't understand why.
More bass content would be fun. It's gonna be kind of hard. Like we're kind of up against a time of year where I feel like we should get a guy in and maybe do. I can bring in a couple dudes, or they're commenting on here and there, to like talk bass fishing. But the problem is next week, Marlon and I will be doing some extracurricular work. I don't know if we will go live or not. We probably will. Oh wait, we will.
I was on the Instagram story like the whole time. Remember the
Yeah.
what was the suction cup thing I was?
Oh, the little sucker.
The little sucker,
Well,
dude.
pre-COVID, little sucker. We're going to go to ICAST down in Florida. We're going to be checking out some new products and basically going to go hobnob with the industry and see what we can conjure up for you guys. But we'll be down there the following week after that. The live feed is going to be based on Buoy 10. We'll be doing that.
Oh boy.
talk. Yeah, a lot.
Here it comes.
Yeah, here. I can't believe it is like
Dude, it is like
3
almost.
weeks. 3 weeks.
I know. I was
Yep.
thinking the same thing for elk season. It's coming fast.
Yeah. I think it's because the spring was so late this year and it just rained so long that when it finally got nice, it was like, oh, okay, and that's we're already like, about 3/4 of the way through spring.
Yeah.
That kind of sucked, but it is what it is. Yep. Team Drain Raider, better ask somebody. No, Drain Raider's the sponsor of the event. Art Ferreira and the gang, they got a pro bass team that runs around and takes a lot of our money in a lot of the tournaments. They will be there. They're one of the little bit of the fluff money that's in that event to make it happen. Art does a really good job of promoting and getting people out there, and that's why there'll be 50 teams out there trying to steal my money. So you guys should do it. Anyways, Buoy 10 air horn. Yeah, no kidding. Here we go. Yep. All right. What else you got?
Quick little product I wanted to show here. So actually, this came from Fish USA, and they were asking me about, hey,
People hear that? Yeah. Okay.
So Fish USA has been, again, they're really dedicated to the Northwest and trying to figure out like what products can really help Northwest anglers. So one of the things that they started working on was some Northwest specific tackle boxes. This is version 1 of something that they've been working on. They have these coming for a lot of different lures, but the first one that they launched it with was the 3.5 mag lip and the Lure Jensen K11X. And so as you can see, the way this box works is it's just similar to like the foam, guys that cut it out themselves that I've seen in the past, but done 1,000 times better. It's got these 2 little slots here for your hooks, so you can drop your 3.5 mag lip in there. I threw some super baits in there just to show like how easily your little minis could fit in there as well. So this is just version 1. They plan on making it for KF14s. They plan on making it for a lot of other lures. This is going to be available on Fish USA's website in just a couple days. I'm not exactly sure when, but check their website in just a couple days, and it's going to be available.
That's freaking gnarly.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
It's super cool just how organized it
Yeah,
allows
it
your
is.
box to be, and then the hooks get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's pretty slick.
I like it a
There
lot.
you go. Yeah.
It's freaking dope. Also, Cam was just giving you guys a sneak peek.
Oh, yeah.
These are the plugs, guys. Go back, Clint. So guys, we finally are going to be having some new custom painted mag lips, custom painted killer fish in the summer drop. The summer drop is July 30th, guys. We had to push it back a little bit. So mark your calendars, July 30th. There's an insane amount of custom plugs. That one is one.
That's copper.
That's
too,
copper.
Guys. I want
Yep.
you guys to just see that. I think you guys can. Copper, orange back, black nose. That is pretty sexy.
With Cameron's coon eyes.
And then this is another one that.
That's my raccoon eyes. We call that the yeah.
And a lot of these guys, these were designed by Hanford Reach Outdoors with the help of us, Nick Popoff, myself. Some of these ones that you're looking at right here, seconds. So these are ones that might have blems or issues. So we didn't actually number them and put them to market. But you guys get the idea of what the patterns are. Here's the mini. Another just, you can't go wrong with chartreuse, but it's not doing well to show that pink. But
No.
that pink is not what that pink
it's
looks
tough,
like.
Guys, I'm trying. It's pretty. And
Yeah.
white, the most underutilized, but probably one of the best colors on plugs and spinners.
So you can show this one too, but it's not going to show the pink good. It's messing it up a little bit, but again, custom. A lot of these are numbered, guys. Some of them to 72, some of them to 50, some of them, I don't think there's more than 72 of each. We went really, really low quantities on these guys. We kind of polled the people and figured out what people want, and people want lower quantities, numbers on the plugs. You know, they don't want us to mass produce them. So we got a lot of complaints from people that were like, it's not really a custom plug anymore because you guys have 500 of them. And so we scaled back. We went back to smaller quantities to try to listen to what you guys wanted. So stuff's going to sell out in seconds, guys. Literally, like seconds.
I know,
So,
and then they'll be complaining because they sold out in seconds, and
Yeah.
then they'll be like, what the hell?
but either way, mark your calendars,
Trying to find
July
No, we ain't gonna.
30th. July 30th on the website, Summer Drop launches. This is just one of many custom badass items that we have. We'll be sneak peeking them out over the next couple weeks as we get stuff done. But
Oh, you can leave that one right there.
you can take that one. Sweet. Yeah, turned out good. I'm stoked. Clint's clapping for us. New plugs, also
I don't
new
know if I
box
like
by
this
Fish
or not.
USA. Pretty badass.
July 30th. July 30th.
July 30th.
You realize we're gone July 30th, right? Okay.
Yep.
That's the bass tournament.
Yep.
Next one we're fishing in. Yes, sir.
It's all good though. Yep, July 30th, guys. Mark your calendar. It is going to be a limit, one per person. There will be a limit of one per person. I know some people are going to get sad about that because a lot of guys like to buy one to keep and one to fish, but
Let's be honest. One to keep and one to sell.
yeah, exactly. That's what other people are
Sorry.
doing.
Plug hoarders.
But either way, we're going to limit them one per person. And yeah, there's some here that you haven't seen yet. There's another 3.5 that I designed. These two were both designed by Popoff and Hanford Reach Outdoors. This is the one that I designed that I can sneak peek you guys here. It turned out freaking so good. I've been wanting a nightmare plug forever.
I think on the 30th it'll be after the Addicted Life episode. Did you?
Yeah, so me and Hanford Reach Outdoors came up with this one. This one's, can they see that, Clint?
It's not focusing.
Oh, you turned off the autofocus on. Go to side cam. Oh, go to side cam.
Something happened.
Something happened to it.
Oh, it's up.
Oh, there we go. It's just. Hold on a second.
Here you go.
Let's go. There we go. Let's go.
So here's the other one, guys. You can get a good representation of it. Not really.
No, it's not.
It's not showing it.
You know what?
You can see Jason.
Better in life.
Yeah.
Tail, white
We'll just have to show it to you when it comes. The screen ain't gonna work. Sorry,
That's gonna
guys.
be a good
reverse
one.
nightmare-ish kind of style. Pretty cool.
I like it.
Cool.
I'd
Yeah.
let it swim, for sure.
Cam, you been in any bass tournaments? Never. No, I don't do that. Been a lot of them the last couple of years. That looks deadly. Focus, Clint. I know, right? What? I one of each and one at least. It's for fishing. I have to try it. Yep.
Not pit vipers.
They're not pit vipers?
No.
Sure look like it.
They're Oakleys.
They're Oakleys.
Okay, guys. Pick a winner, Clint, for the Charger.
Let's go. We're going to talk some Summer Steelhead.
Yeah.
There it is. Jim Rutherford. Jim Rutherford, he says, need a battery. Well,
There you
now you
go.
got a charger. Now you just got to add a battery. Jim Rutherford, shoot us an email to orders@addicted.fishing. Make sure you include your name, your address. Let us know that you won the 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 lithium charger, and we'll get it out to you. Huge shout out to 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 lithium, amazing sponsor of ours. They've hooked us up with a lot of good stuff.
So you're right, my mic is out, and now it's flashing red at me, so I think that's not my fault this time. Hold on, guys. I saw someone
Hold the
ask
phone.
about the fillet knife draw. That will not be in the July draw.
No, we're shooting for winter,
There'll
hopefully.
be announcements by the end of the month. Let's just leave it at that. An announcement, not product. Still testing it, every day.
You sharpened it
How
yet?
many? Yeah, I was gonna say how many. How many you got on that thing so far? You think?
I've sharpened it a few. I sharpened it before we went to Alaska.
How many fish did you fillet before you sharpened it?
Oh,
That's what.
my
I was-
whole Springer season.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know, like 4.
You're done.
Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now? Good. Okay, should I throw these batteries at Clint really hard?
Absolutely. Especially if we don't get new comments.
No,
Whoa.
no, you're not supposed to.
We're not supposed to rag Clint on new comments?
Not yet. Anyways, let's talk steelhead. What the hell?
Yeah.
Cam, your mic. My mic's
Let's.
horrible. Is it still bad? Or can you... Okay, sorry.
Cam's
We're
mic
good, we're good,
is
we're good.
horrible.
Comments are delayed. If you're not watching this live, make sure that you guys are... The little live thing has a little red dot, and it's illuminated if you're watching it on the old YouTubes. So this way, you guys are with the times.
Up to speed.
How's Summer Steelhead going, Jason Harmson?
It's going
From
pretty.
Steel. I mean, what better person to get in here than Steel Obsession Guide Service?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It started off real hot, and then kind of trickled off for a little while, and now it's kind of starting to heat back up again.
Why?
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 Good question.
More fish showed up.
Good question. Later in the year, more fish.
Do you think it's because when you get like early summer steel, the rivers are still up a little bit?
Yeah.
They kind of move a little quicker, maybe get to where they're going, and then it kind of gets low, and then they get stubborn or get
I think it
tougher?
gets low
Yeah,
and they just get
thanks.
a lot easier to catch.
Thank you for dropping that wisdom on me. That was good. I needed that.
Well, he said it gets easier.
I think they 100% get easier to catch when the water's low.
Oh yeah.
It stacks them all
Well,
up,
puts
it
them
puts them
where-
in certain spots, and you can just beat on them.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of puts them more into.
I think what you're saying, Cam, when summer steelhead, when the water's up, they just move. I feel like because they have it in their brain where it's like,
Springer bait or something.
oh, we're not going to have that much water. Let's go.
Well, the first ones come always go the highest up too, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's kind of maybe there's like those early fish. Just they use a little bit of that leftover water,
You bomb up.
bomb up, and then you kind of have a lull. I don't know.
Yep. No, it was a couple week lull, and then started to heat back up.
I feel like for most of our trips anyway, like the first week of July has always kind of been like the hot
of July.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, 4th of July has always been definitely the pickup time. But late May was pretty good. June
Oh,
was,
yeah, I know
June
people
was
that-
kind of
yeah.
June was definitely that in between month.
Like Colt and Hayden were floating certain rivers and like calling me the next day being like, we saw like 25 fish, but we
Yeah.
couldn't hook them. So there was fish around.
They weren't throwing the right bait.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told them. I'm like, shit.
There was Steel Obsession.
Yeah, Steel Obsession would have got them.
Bait. That's one of the biggest things for summer steelhead, at least I've noticed, is the more bait you can use, or when you can use bait, use it, because it stands out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Coon shrimp.
Coon shrimp,
Eggs.
definitely.
Spinners. Spinners are so underutilized in my opinion there's not enough guys throwing them, and it's just such an
Agreed.
easy way to get out and catch them.
One thing I do notice about spinners too, I see a lot of people, like, they don't cast them when they're on the move. Like, they just kind of, they'll stand there in a spot, walk down, cast, walk down, cast. It's like, you can fish a lot of water with a spinner like you do a bobber, as if you will, if you fish it correctly. I like the 45-degree angle upstream, and I kind of mend my line and get it to where, like, I'm trying to get the spinner to go, and just that slow crank in, dude. That spinner take is
Always
it's the
upstream.
best.
Yeah, so one of the
On the
things that
move.
really helped me, because I used to never fish spinners, because I was like, they don't work, they suck. Well, I wasn't fishing them right. And
Right.
from watching Bill Herzog and Jordan and stuff, they always start at the bottom of the run and work their way up. They never start at the top of the run and work their way down because they're fishing up into the run, getting the spinner down into the hole across their face. Seems like the fish are like a lot more aggressive when that thing kind of whips by their face and they have to make a quick
Well, it's
reaction.
got all that wobble too, right
Yeah.
past their face. And like, what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something you can always do, guys. If you're having a tough time catching them on spinners, try starting from the bottom of the run and working up. Also, another thing Herzog said that I thought was interesting is he never uses anything smaller than a size 4. Like,
Yep.
and most of the time he's using a size 5. You know, he's always using like bigger spinners. So something to really think about because I noticed Jordan does the same thing. A lot of
Yeah,
times he's
they
using
don't-
these big, heavy spinners.
When a steelhead wants to hit a spinner, it's not worried about how big it is. They'll hit a size 6 spinner. I mean, it's all about preference, I think.
I will say the Bud Steelhead spinner though works real good.
Yeah.
Caught more steelhead on that back in the day,
Yep.
mainly because they were cheap. But the gold size 4s were always like,
Chuck from Fish Fighter swears by him, dude. White and red. It's like, hey, he had us fishing it all. He's like, you guys want to catch some trout? And we're like, sure, why not? He pulls into this riffle. First cast, Jordan gets like a 20-inch wild rainbow, like a monster. And we're like freaking out, and Chuck's just a big old grin on his face.
Yep.
And we lose it. We don't land it. We go up into the next riffle, and he casts again. You guys are going to see this on the video, and hooks like a 30-incher. I was like freaking out. I'm like, it's a steelhead. And these guys are like, Marlon, there's no steelhead up here.
you're a little far up.
Yeah. It was big. Like, wait till you guys see it in the video. I have not seen
Did
a
you get that
wild.
one?
Yeah, I haven't seen a wild trout in a river like that in a long time. Like big. But it was on a white and red Bud spinner, and Chuck swore by him.
Red
And I will
line,
say
make
they
'em bite.
do. Like, you cast that thing out there, they have great blade spin, good vibration. Kind of made me think I need to get some Bud spinners.
I like to tune these blades up too sometimes.
Yeah, that's a little trick that Jordan doesn't talk about in any of his videos, guys. Jordan tunes every one of his spinner blades, and he never talks about it in the videos, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, he tunes them all.
But you gotta be careful with tuning.
Shall we show the folks?
Yeah, show him.
What
Go
I always-
side cam though.
Yeah.
So this is a really good little trick, guys, that not very many people do, and Cam, I think, is right. One of the reasons Jordan doesn't talk about it is because you got to really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can mess up the blade.
Yep, you can. So when you do this, I always put my thumb right at the bottom of that blade. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, they can see it. You're good.
Bottom of the blade, and just a slight pinch. And you don't want to bend it a lot. It's just a tiny little bit. I don't know if you
A
can.
little's gonna go a long way.
Yeah.
Just like tuning a plug
The
or tuning
more-
a wobbler.
The more you bend it, the harder the thump is gonna be, and obviously, I don't think you need a huge
No.
thump out there, but it's just something. It's gonna make that blade spin a little different. It's gonna make it have a wider rotation, make it thump harder, and that's just something else you can do with your spinners.
It works really good.
I like to do it.
It works really good. Definitely tweak the blade slightly, guys, every spinner. And usually I kind of do it a lot. I'll fish it for a little bit.
Yep.
Kind of just stalk out of the box and see how I like it. And then if it's not really fishing how I like it, then I'll tweak the blade a little bit.
I mean, that's barely. Just
A little's gonna go a long way. The reality,
yeah.
but the reality
We'll
is,
go to
too,
side
is
cam
like,
again so they can see that.
Yeah.
the reality is too, is like if you're flipping spinners, guys, like this, as Bill heard, like I used to teach a bunch of seminars with Herzog, and I'd always listen to him talking about like a spinner blade going through the run is like the hissing cat. Like it's gonna get that big dog steelhead attention, right? And the reality is like you probably need.
You see
to
that,
make
guys?
sure-
Just slightly tweaked, just slightly bent. Go ahead, Cam.
But like you can tweak that spinner blade all you want, but if you're not fishing around steelhead, or you're not gonna put the steel, it ain't gonna draw them 50. Well, it might draw them 20 feet because they can see it because it's clear. But the reality is like that's not gonna help you.
Definitely have to be where the fish are.
Yeah, and you gotta be presenting it the correct way, and then you have the blade that if you tweak it, maybe engages a little faster, might work a little better in shallower, faster water. Like then you're kind of like there. But like if you go out there fishing all day, you don't catch one. It's like, oh, I didn't tweak my spinner blade.
It's not.
Eh.
I don't think it's, like you're saying, it's not gonna make it or break it. They have to be there.
Put it in their face.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Have you been catching any on spinners at all?
Yeah.
What color? What color? I can't believe nobody asked. What
Dude,
what color?
it's hard to beat what he's got right here, in my opinion. The
These are top two.
all gold, huh? You like the all gold?
Oh yeah, yeah. This is not the all black with the copper back blade was the one I caught my first summer steelhead on. That one too.
All I know is every time I see Jordan, he's always got Michael Jackson chartreuse tipped blade. It works really, really well. But I don't think you can go wrong with the standby blue and silver.
Oh, dude,
I think the metallic blue with the silver
Yeah.
blade, like if you want one spinner in your box and that's all you can afford, silver and blue
Yep.
just
Any
catches them
species.
anywhere.
Any species.
And it just catches them in all water conditions. It'll work in clear, it'll work in murky.
Yep.
It does really, really well.
I concur.
I've caught more steelhead on a blue and silver spinner than any spinner for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple rivers over east that I just love casting fishing spinners.
Where you want them big spinners
Love
for
it.
there.
Okay, what are we talking about? We've been
What
all
else?
over the
We
place
got.
at this point.
We've done spinners.
We've been way too all over the place. I feel like we need to organize our chaos here.
Let's do it. Let's talk some jig. Let's talk jigs. So obviously you've got a bunch of little jigs that you've done a little extracurricular work to that I can see that probably needs to be talked about when it comes to summer steelhead.
Yeah.
Because I've got an original one here, and so that would probably be a good thing to show you. Because obviously, guys, summer steelhead fishing, real low, real clear watch for
Size.
most of the time. You got some glacial fed rivers that maybe you can take some of the stuff that we'll talk about now and throw it out the window. But I think you were going to say size matters.
Yeah, I was gonna say size definitely
matters.
matters. Sizing down definitely matters. If you're not catching fish and you know fish are there, size down. That's probably my biggest
What
thing.
do we mean by that? Hand me that black and red one there, because
I mean, you can see he's cutting them all up.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he-
even this one would
I
be a good
size
one
them
to
down
show.
majorly.
Yep, go ahead. So this is an original. Is that me or you? There you go. This is an original Sink It series, 1/8 out blackhead red. But you can see this is the one Jason had just sitting there, and he's done a lot of little work to that. And believe it or not, that profile, even though like right now it's kind of not doing it justice, just the way these things are sitting, but you can see like moving that down makes the difference.
It definitely makes the difference. Just makes it a smaller profile. You just don't need that big of a.
Well, maybe if I go like this. Forced perspective. There we go.
Yeah.
That's one of
the.
That's one of the reasons we try to tie these jigs like this, guys. We always put a little bit extra material on there, so that way it gives you guys the opportunity to kind of cut it down how you want it. You can fish it out of the box just like that, and it will catch fish, but sometimes you need to cut it down, trim it down, and get it to where you want it.
Where I'm at, the fish want small presentations, even the big one, says Goats 22. And I probably really couldn't agree more. Show some of those other ones there.
Do you have a?
These are just like the classic arrow jigs, like these ones. Kind of trying to do a little size
You obviously
match
have a
there,
real.
but
You obviously have a real specific color you like to use.
kind of, not really. Kind of
Look
everything.
at how small that thing is. Now that one's been put through some use.
Yes, that one's
caught some fish.
that one's caught a
That one's
couple
seen
fish.
some stuff.
Yeah.
He's been around.
No, I definitely. What?
Oh, do you guys have a pair of scissors to show how you do it?
I can get
I got
some.
nippers.
Yeah.
Here, you can clean that up.
Can you do it with nippers? Will it work?
You might be able to like reach
Here,
in there.
I got
I think just kind of show people the
got
way.
I got
you don't
scissors
just.
right
Oh,
here.
we got scissors. We're good. You don't just go in and hack. So there's a real certain way that you guys want to thin these jigs out. This goes for twitching jigs too.
So first thing you want to do is kind of spread out all that material, get it around the jig. You know how you'll kind of have all the fur on that side. You want to get that all the way around the hook, the way that it's laying. Kind of.
See, he's doing it different than I do it, so I'm going to show my way. Do you got any other jigs that aren't chopped down?
That one was mine. That's the only one I
don't.
brought.
So,
There might be some on the wall.
and then what I'll do is I'll kind of just hold it sideways, and I'll just go lengthwise with those hairs.
So you're not going 90 degrees with the hair.
No,
You're
I'm not.
going in there,
Not cutting like this, but lengthwise with it.
thinning it out.
Yes, just thinning. Just thinning. Take a spin.
If you go 90 degrees of that, it will look dumb.
We can
And then
show,
the fish won't bite it.
we can show you what that'll look like
No,
too.
that's my jig.
A little more trim. A little
This
more
one's already kind of trimmed.
You guys get the idea.
Then you can kind of, pull some off, see how much you've trimmed.
That's a really good question from Little
It's looking good.
And at this point, you can kind of see where all your extra long hairs are. So then you can just kind of take that. A little snip, snip,
Oh, see,
snip.
now you're, The biggest thing you don't want to do is you can't, well, and I think Cam said it, but you can't take the jig and just go like
Ooh,
this.
that one's almost perfect though.
Oh.
Because what you just did, right? I mean, you can, and it doesn't look horrible.
But now trim it up.
But then what you'd want to do is just kind of go through. I always hold it like this and just kind of
Yeah.
just sit there and,
Thin it out.
yep.
Do you guys ever touch up your jig heads when the paint comes off? At what
get some of
point
these
would you
small ones.
throw them out?
I'm going to be honest. I used to be so anal about it to the point where, like, there was one company of jig that I would fish, and I would never fish a single other one because if the paint chipped, I'd throw it away.
What was it?
Like, there'd be one little chip in it, throw the jig away. And over the years, I've realized that it does not make a lick of difference. I have
No.
caught a lot of steelhead with just a bare lead head. My paint's completely fallen off.
Yeah.
So I don't throw it out until that hook's either bent or broke off, or like I use that thing till I lose it.
Yep.
What about you, Cam?
I was gonna say the same thing about the hook. Like, to me, it's not really so much the jig, but it's the hook.
Yep.
And there's a lot of times like that, you know, if that jig head has been missing its paint because you've been running it on the bottom, either purposely, deliberately, or accidentally, whatever, that's also telling you that that hook point could potentially be making bottom contact.
Yeah.
So
What about? Oh, I was just gonna ask a question. What was I gonna ask? Drew a blank.
oh, that's a good
I
idea.
looked
I've used a
away. Squirrel.
Sharpie after some color loss and still got them. That's a good idea. Cracking outdoors.
Oh,
Can you find bigger scissors? Probably not.
what's your bend out rule?
Like if a jig hook bends
Yep.
out.
If it bends out,
So I'll
what's your
usually
rule?
bend it back one time, and then after it bends again, I don't mess with it. I take a new jig on.
One time, that's it.
Oh,
That's my go-to.
Yeah, so if a jig bends, guys, and your hook gets bent out from some reason, say it's a snag or what, I don't care whose hooks you use or what, they're going to bend every once in a while. And yeah, usually my rule is bend it back one time, get it to perfect. If it bends out again, get rid of it, because the last thing you want is that hook breaking.
Yeah.
That's on the fish of a lifetime or something. So, another thing we'll say about jigs, and if you can, and Jason already kind of talked about this with this scenario, and we can show you guys a little bit here with
brought
these,
gloves.
but in any scenario where you're fishing a river where you can use bait, you need to use bait.
Use
Like-
bait.
Bait on your jig is going to give you a major, major advantage.
Definitely.
And so we're going to show you a little bit. I'll show you what I do with coon shrimp. I like to use a lot of different stuff though, guys. One thing you can do is really just get creative. Use, let me give you just some little secrets. Salad shrimp works really well. Squid from the, like any of the like little Asian markets or whatever you can go to, buy yourself some squid and just cut up the squid tentacles in little tiny chunks. Squid works extremely well and very underutilized. Nightcrawler is very works really well. The one thing you got to worry about with nightcrawler is it definitely attracts the smolt, and you'll definitely get beat up pretty good by any of the little small fish.
If there's a smolt around, it's eating it. So
Fresh prawn, literally just anything you can think of where you're like, man, I wonder if that works for steelhead. It probably does.
Any meat, anything they can chew on.
Let's go back to side cam here and show them, Jason, what you're doing here.
Sorry. So basically, what I did is I just cut the head off of that coon shrimp, and what I like to do
Focus.
is kind of roll that right onto the meat, and it kind of just hangs back there. When the jig's wet, it looks a little bit better, but
It looks great.
It's a chunk of meat just hanging on there.
that is the objective right there. That meat, gotta have that meat down there.
And really, guys, you should do that in any scenario that you can. So what I typically do is I don't even go that crazy with it. I just roll this coon shrimp out here, and I'm just going to start cutting it in. Should have put my glove on the other hand because I suck left-handed. But I'm literally just going to start like cutting chunks of this thing off. I'm just going to go down the whole coon shrimp and just cut little chunks of meat off. And I actually hate the tails. I actually get rid of the tails because I think it causes too much drag on the jig, and really it just annoys me. But Jason obviously catches a lot of fish on them, so then I just take that little chunk of meat and I'll just literally put it right through the meat of the coonie, just like that.
Bam.
Nothing fancy,
It's a
just
little
a
scent packet.
chunk
Right,
of meat hanging
dirty.
on there. And it works.
And then, of course,
Red, white, and red.
Yeah, and obviously millennial coon shrimp for summer steelhead. I don't know that you can find a better bait.
It is hard to argue. These things work very, very well. Very, very well. So does this stuff. Bam.
Cooney sauce.
That doesn't work as good as addicted steelhead blend, though. Sorry, hate to tell you.
Actually, it worked really good for sockeye. Sorry, did.
Not as good as
For the 3 days I anchored for sockeye this year. Because then it turned into a let's troll up the Chinook show because the water went down. And it was pretty good too. Yep. My favorite to use is just frozen Walmart shrimp. That works great. Sand shrimp, chunks of sand shrimp always. I mean, come on, it's a sand shrimp. If you could do sand shrimp in these, like I think you would.
One of the things I'll tell you guys, and one of the things you'll try to start doing as you get more into it is like what you're gonna find is try to find what stays on your hook the best. Because usually like it gets real annoying even with these coon shrimp, like you'll cast them off quite a bit as you're in your cast. So I always try to use something like a raw shrimp from Walmart. I'm telling you guys, one of the most underutilized bait is squid. It stays on your hook extremely well. And I think it's just hard to find for people, so they don't use it very often, but go to the Asian markets and get it anywhere.
Cash and carry. Get your whole box. Cash and carry, Sea Wave squid. You'll have buy one box, you'll have enough to do like 5 years with it. What's that?
Squid.
Side cam.
Squid on a squiddy jig.
It works so good, guys.
Squid on a jig.
Greasy.
Yeah.
Easy. And one of the things you have to remember too, guys, is there's not a lot of people using it.
Lobster for the win. That's right. Come on. How do we forget? How did we forget the lobster?
I've had like 4 or 5.
You gotta have the lobster.
Have you ever used lobster? Nope, I haven't.
So I found out about squid because I was fishing way back in the day when I was super young and fishing in a hole that was pretty busy. There was a lot of people fishing it. And there was a guy across the bank and I was running my float through and he was drift fishing. Somehow we got snagged together. I don't remember how it happened regardless. So I reel in his stuff.
Because you were like low holing him and cutting him off.
Probably, I'm sure. But regardless, I reel in his stuff and I bring it in and he's got a drift fishing setup with one corky and like an entire squid tentacle, like this long, hanging off the hook, drifting it. And I had seen this guy like, he was known on the river for just getting a lot, like catching a lot of fish. He was always like, oh, that's the old timer that drifts. You know, we'd always say that as we were kids. And so I started thinking like, man, if he's using squid, it has to work. So I went to the store, bought a bunch of squid, started tipping my jigs, and we had like one of the best weeks fishing that next week using all squid after I got that thing. So I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on it. It works good and it'll really separate yourself. Crawdads.
Crawdads, yep. There's a couple bait places that you can still get live crawdads from. And absolute go-to, meat stays on the hook pretty good. Don't have to do too much to it.
That's one of the things, me and Jordan last year, we trapped a bunch and vacuum sealed them and froze them so we could use them for hovering.
Ooh.
Because, dude, you frickin' put those things down there in the holes.
They don't work for hovering at all. You shouldn't talk like that.
Dude, you freaking use those things, you can pull into a hole that people have fished all day. And because no one's using crawdad. And it's just so natural.
Yeah, it's something different, natural. And I can tell you right now, we did a little bass fishing a few days ago, and oh my God, every bass in that Columbia River's got crawdads just stuffed to the gills.
Yeah, we went crappie fishing in Idaho this weekend, and every crappie just stuffed with crawdads.
They're waking up.
Those crappie in Idaho were like, I'm talking like 1.5, 2 pound
pan
big,
fillers.
Yeah, big suckers.
Fun.
It was cool. And we did a bunch of smallmouth fishing. It was fun.
How big did you get? Anything?
Nothing. All 2.5. But really fun. Did a whole day of it.
A lot of them?
Oh, we caught so many.
Did you get trained up?
Oh yeah, real trained.
You get some practice in?
Yeah, I was actually
Get some swings in?
tournament fisherman, so I was like picking his brain the whole time because he does tournaments over there. He was super cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Good. We need all that.
Do love me.
So we can take care
I
of
made a
money.
living as a kid selling crawdads. Nice, D. Larson.
Great bait and good eating. Somebody else said something.
How's it going, James? Thanks for joining us, dude.
Crawdads, scallops, pollock.
Scallops. Now that's something I've never. Pollock, Lucas, huh?
Somebody said. Sorry, I
We're looking. Rochelle Rebel says, "Shh, squid tails don't work."
The lobster.
So another thing you guys can do is with the salad shrimp, because salad shrimp used to work really good on a few of my old rivers.
Still does work.
I put them in the microwave for about 10 seconds to firm them up, rubberize them. It works really good. make them stay on the hook a lot better.
What?
Swear. Just 10 seconds in the microwave, they'll stay on your hook twice as good.
No way, dude. No, just sprinkle some table salt in there or something, firm them up. Be all right.
Sometimes you don't have time for that. You're going in the morning, you just freaking microwave them up, dude. 10 seconds.
That's awesome.
What about the air fryer?
Yeah,
there you go.
You don't want to cook them, you just want to get them a little rubberized.
Never thought about
The
that.
salt probably does work good too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I don't
And
want
it's
salt.
salty.
Salt doesn't work. Still don't like salt.
Yep. They don't,
I
guys.
like sugar.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you guys are dumb.
Hey, another thing that works to firm them up that we used to do with our prawns is the Procure krill powder. You just cut up your bait and put the krill powder in there, and for some reason, whatever's in that krill powder, it also
Gums
firms
it
up
up.
the bait.
That stuff, whenever you get it wet, kind of definitely
Tacks up, gets gooey.
tacks up. That's the word.
And then
for
you
sure.
sit there and like can legally chum the water because it's just scent on your bait. You're chumming off in there.
I wouldn't necessarily call that chumming, but if you want to, go ahead.
That's when someone said that about the tuna. They're like, isn't that illegal
yeah.
when you wrap your plug because you're chumming the tuna? I'm like, well, I don't really know.
Yes. There, he's got a point. Can you extend the use by putting squid in spawn sacks? You can do anything and put anything in spawn sacks.
Yeah, that is right, Lucas. Rest in peace, Gavin. That guy was a killer fisherman.
Yeah.
He had some crazy stuff that he did. He did dehydrated pollock in his eggs. You know what else he did was dehydrated Chinook semen.
You told me about the sacks.
He sweared by it. And I'm telling you, this guy would freaking roll into a hole and make every single dude there look like idiots.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, you should try it one time.
There you go.
I've been wanting to, but
Might have to.
I don't really like playing with semen as much as you do.
Me neither. Don't look at me for that. Where's Jordan when you need him? He's
Well, you got any input
he's
on
not
that?
here, right?
Cameron's shaking his head at me like, Marlon, what are you doing, dude? Come on.
Clint, you want to chime in? You got a lot of it.
No, I got nothing to say.
Oh yeah, dude. Have you ever seen those Mormon crickets? Those things are the creepiest things on the planet.
The cicada.
They
right?
use them for pike or the
They
pike minnow.
cover the roads in Idaho, and you're literally driving. They even have slippery when wet signs up because there's so many of them dead, blood on the road.
Did you see them when you were there?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
it's the time of year.
And they're cannibals. They eat each other.
Whoa. Weird.
I think that's what the guys drive to get to come over here and for pike minnow, like for the catch and reward.
Yeah.
Look at these little bastards eating each other.
That's nuts.
Ew.
Just nasty. Go
Dude,
to
that
side
give
cam.
me shivers,
Guess
bro.
I'm not going to Idaho.
Go to side cam.
Guess I'm not going to Idaho.
Ew. They're big suckers.
Look at those things, dude. They were so creepy. Sean was walking on the road getting the drone, and he was so creeped out. He's like tiptoeing through a wall and stuff. It was so
Like,
funny.
you got one on your back!
Yeah, it was so
He's on your
funny.
neck! Watch it, Sean. He's going to get you.
Yeah, they are nasty little buggers for sure. But I did hear they're freaking insane catfish bait in Idaho. Like,
Yeah,
especially on
I've
the
heard.
snake and stuff. Yeah.
I've heard crickets in general, but yeah, those would be like the jumbo.
Yeah, exactly.
Jumbo crickets.
Here we are now. We're
They
talking.
knock on your door, too.
How did we get so derailed right now? We're talking
know.
about Mormon crickets and freaking. It's usually
Mormon crickets soaked in
Talking
WD-40.
about-
You're welcome.
It's usually
Okay.
meaty. That's why everyone calls me a squirrel because I'm just all over the place.
So we're talking about tipping jigs.
Squirrel moment.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder how a Mormon cricket would do tipped on a jig.
Has anybody caught a steelhead on a Mormon cricket?
It's a bait chariot.
I bet they work. And there's some rivers up there that they
My patio is
Not a
stained
jig.
with their
Bait
blood.
chariot.
bait chariot.
Bait taxi. Just riding down the
Apparently,
river.
everyone wants to talk about Mormon. Do we have a Mormon cricket expert out there? Do steelhead eat beads this time of year?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about beads.
Yeah, let's
do
talk
it.
about some beads.
Talk about some beads.
Go-to colors, summertime.
Side
That's
cam.
it. Nothing else. Don't try anything else. There's 4 colors there, but
Yep,
whatever.
There is 4.
You said 2.
There's well.
No, he said
2
go-to like his go-to.
go-to colors.
Oh, I thought you said those 2
Couple
colors. I'm like,
variations.
well, there's 4.
Couple variations of pink. Couple variations of orange. I mean, if they're there, they're gonna bite one of these 4 colors. I mean, it's pretty.
And what's funny, again, guys, is like that pink is like a pink pearl up top, and then a translucent pink with like a blue sheen down below. Right here is what I'm talking about. The blue. You can't see it in the cameras.
It's
it is what
nothing.
It is.
It's nothing super special, guys. It's a I think these are 10 mil beads and on 8-pound test and size 3s, size 3 bead hook. You're welcome. That's all you need. I mean, it's pretty simple bead. They fish them just like you fish them for winter steelhead. And
what do you do in the summertime though? I mean, like, are we running like size 2 hooks? Do you go size 4 hooks? You run the
Those
same?
are 10 mils?
Yeah, 10 mils on a size 3.
You're not running any 14, 16, 28 mil?
Usually don't stray any bigger than about 12, 14 mil this time of year.
So because you guys fish them so much, and Hayden and Colt love beads and bead fishing, especially in summertime, I got Dylan Rush Outfitters to buy. He never did smaller beads at all. He didn't have the molds.
Oh,
for 'em.
did he do smaller molds?
In the summer drop, we're launching smaller.
I'm excited for that one.
We're launching 10 mil core shot beads with Dylan
nice.
Rush Outfitters.
That'll be cool.
So stoked.
Yeah, that's 10, 12, 8s, 6s sometimes. Size down to a 6 mil bead. It's
Long leaders, short leaders, like, I mean, what's kind of the game plan
I
too?
run
'Cause, like,
pretty much my classic long leader bead setup, kind of like we do in the wintertime. Just a longer bumper leader and then a shorter, smaller leader.
what's like the heaviest pound test you'd run? Like, we're talking like summertime conditions.
So
like,
my bumper leader, I'm still running a 17 or 15 pound bumper, and then that bottom end is usually no bigger than 12-pound test this time of year. A lot of time it's 8, 10 pound. And when I run 8-pound test, guys, I don't run fluorocarbon. I'm not a fan of anything smaller than 10 pound. I'll use maximal ultra green, and it's pretty tried and true. I mean, I've caught a lot of.
well, it's because if you're using 8-pound maximal ultra green, you're really using like 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really 8.
Exactly. But yeah.
But it works.
that's
Stuff works.
kinda-
Stuff works good.
Yeah, kind of my go-tos for the beads. Yeah, size down majorly.
Yep. Okay, let's get the next giveaway going, huh?
Oh no, you're not.
I got you one right there. What do you mean?
Okay, cool. It's all right, man.
Okay, guys, go to Sidecam. We're gonna for this next giveaway, guys. I hate this light right here, Clint. So we're going to do
We're
a
3 for 4 times. on
giveaway
walking up there.
of one of the custom mag lips. You will be the only person in existence to have one of these until July 30th.
Except for Harmson, his is right there.
Well, yeah,
Anyways,
except for
okay,
Holmes.
moving on.
Yeah, true.
Probably forget it sitting here though.
So this is 000 custom painted. Hopefully you keep this forever and you don't sell it on auction at eBay because people will want this plug being I don't know if there's even any 00s out there. So we're going to give it away to one of you guys tonight. We appreciate you guys so much tuning into our live feeds every week. And as you guys can see, we've been trying to do a lot to like improve the set, improve the studio, and do all that stuff. So Clint, let's go back to this cam here. The question for tonight, guys, and I want you to be brutally honest.
Oh, God.
I want you to be brutally honest. The question for tonight is, what could we improve to make these live feeds better? What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want? What are we doing that you may not like? What are you doing that we need to improve on? Or if you just have ideas of like, hey, it'd be really cool if you did this or did that. Like, I'm dead serious. You're not going to hurt our feelings at all if you're like, I just hate Cameron, get him off the live feed. Then
enough.
whatever, fair enough. We're not going to do it.
God.
We won't listen to you, but we definitely want to hear your feedback.
New producer.
Yeah.
Hey,
Seriously though, guys, we are trying to improve these things. We want to make them for you guys and make them what you guys want to tune in every week to watch. So that's the question for tonight. If you want an opportunity to win this custom 000
More
plug,
giveaways. There you go.
let's
More
hear what you guys want.
punctuality. Come on.
Whoa.
That's
We're just
funny.
a bunch of fish bums.
That is funny.
Seriously though, guys, be honest. We're gonna read them. We
More
want to know your
Clint bashing.
feedback.
Okay. More guests, more Clint. Steel Obsession and Cam boxing match. Dude, I got the reach on this
I was
guy.
gonna
Come
say,
on,
dude.
man.
Better
Like,
side cam with good color balance.
I mean, I like
Okay.
to think I can hold my own, but this guy's literally two of these.
More Clint bashing. Yes. Okay.
Brad Ringer, we appreciate the feedback on the. We actually just upgraded our camera, Brad. So can you tell a difference in the new camera? If you're talking about side cam, then we
cam.
definitely need to update that. Audio seriously fades in and out.
Oh, go up a little bit. Sorry. Longer live feeds, pick a topic, and produce as much info on that topic. Fair enough.
Okay,
We
I
do
like
squirrel a little bit.
I like
Best thing is to send me that plug. Oh, that is your next. That was the same guy. Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's do more locate rivers.
Yeah.
Local rivers. I don't know about that. More guests. Fire
Clint.
Clint. Yes. More
More
Clint.
Clint.
No, cooking
Perfect.
demos.
Oh.
Cooking demos. That's right. We had that
We're
whole
gonna do
like
that.
freaking
We talked
idea.
about that, yeah.
I think we're gonna do like a monster cook-off in the old kitchen.
Yeah,
here.
Corey, but that was a different plug.
On location.
That was
live
that was
feeds.
this plug. That was this plug, Corey, that I gave away. So no one has this orange one. More Clinton
More-
Big Day videos.
Say more Jordan and Marlon, less Cam. He spews too much BS. Dang it.
I hate to break it to you guys.
Less Cam, more Clint. Oh, great. I should just leave.
Don't persecute these guys for their comments. We want to hear their feedback. You guys can say whatever you want. We do not care. We just want you guys to be honest. Again, we make these things for you. So whatever you guys need us to do. And I feel like, I know you guys have worked on the audio, but there is still so many people in here that are pissed off at our audio. Like, the comments are overwhelming.
Audio levels, yeah, your life
It was.
feeds, guests are great. Products.
We spent a lot of time on this
Infighting.
new audio, guys, so we got to figure out what to do there to fix it even more, I guess.
Better size cam. Less live fishing.
What?
It's like the first time I've heard that one.
Less live fishing.
More Pop-Off and Big Dave. If
Yes.
you want more Pop-Off and Big Dave, message them.
Yep, David Tyndall,
got
I
an
totally
assignment.
agree with you. Me and Clint have been trying to do that. We just have not had the time, but we'll work on it, buddy. We appreciate you. Short clips. I like that. That is something I want to do, guys. I think bringing in some little short clips. We tried it at one point, but then YouTube was like being annoying with copyright stuff. But I think we can fix that now. For sure, better audio, more giveaways. Audio tonight suck. Whose audio sucks? Cameron's
yeah, is
audio,
it
my
mine?
mic, Jason's
Yeah, what's-
mic. Like, give us some more context
I mean,
if you
Clint,
can.
you're listening to the going in, right?
Or
It's really-
Jordan actually talking.
It's really hard because
feel
I
like
can
it
hear
really varies to
you,
what kinda-
and so it makes it.
What
It's
kind of
really
stuff we
hard.
have at home too. New
Yeah, see,
cameras,
I would agree
dope.
with this too, Cam. That's one of the things I've talked about.
I
I
say
think we
just
gotta
try to
do better.
maybe come up with an agenda on what's
Yeah.
going to be
Part of what we
discussed
should
and have
do,
it
I
also
think,
scattered
is
sometimes.
literally me and you should just build an outline before every show. This is what we're talking about. Here's the order we're
I
talking
used
about.
to, but then we throw it out the window. Like, I mean, I'm talking like used to back in the
Yeah, yeah,
garage
yeah,
days.
yeah.
And then it's like, but then a lot of times though, it's hard because the people asking like the questions,
they-
we try to like, we don't try to come up here and just stick to a script
Get, like,
because part of
10.
it is the engagement with you guys, and because we do our best to read your guys' comments and try to like kind of curtail it. So, but I do, we have heard that comment before, like, get on topic, stay on topic.
Yeah, I've even gotten
That's-
emails about
and
it.
I
that's
feel
fair.
like then it would
Yeah,
be
and
more
that's
like
fair.
just a show rather than a live feed.
I think we
you
could
know?
do a hybrid approach.
We
though.
never,
I think
we
did
don't
it
want to
better
lose.
in the past.
If we
Right.
weren't going to have the engagement with the people, we would just put the video up.
Yeah.
So we
Right.
got to have the engagement with the people.
But I definitely
Yeah,
agree with
we
them.
do.
could
Yeah,
some
we've
better.
heard that. That's one we got to stick to a little more.
Side cam and mic is an obvious one we got to fix. The mics and the side cam. Yep, another stay on topic.
More live fishing.
More examples of
There we
setups.
go.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to get the rods back in here.
I hate doing it.
That's why I put this hole in here, though. That was the
So
whole
we
reason.
put a hole in the wall.
So you could lay the rod here and have the rod hitting Clint in the face. It'd be really fun for you. You can slap him in the face.
Wait a second. How have I missed this golden
Sweet.
opportunity? We're gonna bring in the
As
12
long
footers
as it's
now.
not my crotch again.
Yeah, that's the hard thing with the audio, guys, is it's like half the people say it's good and half the people say it's bad. So we never know if it's like the actual person or if it's the actual audio. Camera looks washed out. Does it look washed out, Clint?
Makeup for
mean, I
Cam.
feel like-
Voo, come on.
I mean, it's
feel like
it's not
that's
what
what
it's stuff is gray, right? I mean, the stuff in here is gray. The walls are gray. Your guys' shirts are gray. I don't think it looks washed out though.
Yeah, I want to take these
Great
guys'
overhead
feedback.
view. A great overhead. Yeah, the overhead view is something we need.
Right,
Like a
right
fixed
here.
view.
Yeah.
And then we can still have the little for when we need it, but
The audio is better, but mixing needs to be more leveled out.
Well, it's hard when you guys keep turning.
Hard cough.
No complaints, really. Awesome stuff. Appreciate you being
That
me.
helps.
Yeah, I would try to come up with agenda and stay on topic. So me and Cam will work on that, guys. We've seen that comment enough. Definitely, I think we got to do that. I've been thinking the same thing for our podcast. Remember when Lucas used to direct them, and they just seemed like they were really good that way.
I can hear everyone. Yeah, it's so hit or miss.
That is something that a couple people, including Brian, who helped us with the audio, he said we need some sound deadening stuff in here. It's like I had in my garage.
Yeah,
the little
panels.
foam paddles.
Yeah, but he said, what did he say, or what did John Bash? Oh no, I remember what John Bash said. We didn't do that, and it's easy to do. I don't know if I want to say it, but
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it.
There was something that we can do literally in a 5. Yes, we will.
Quarterly guided
Give it a
giveaways.
shot.
The hard thing with the guided giveaways, guys, is like these guys got to make a living. I don't pay these guys very much money, and so when they give away a free fishing trip, they're losing even more money on top of what they're already sacrificing to be here. So, but I definitely appreciate the comment, and we'll do what we can to do some.
Yeah, we do golden ticket giveaways, and we do giveaways at the sportsman shows, and so I mean, I don't know if that's something you're going to see, like I said, quarterly, but we
Less
do,
talking,
we do
more
try to
showing. Yeah, I do think again, and we'll work on some stuff there, guys, because I do think back in the day, like we did do a better job of just sticking on topic and really showing the setups and going over the bobber rods. We used to tie the setups in studio.
I brought this stuff to tie setups in studio.
Let's do it.
We can do that next.
Overall, it is quiet. Audio is great. Audio is great. Audio is fine. Audio is working great. Why is Clint so clear? What does that mean? More live fishing. Compress the audio.
More versus. I think this is just for the live feed, guys. We can ask that question next. Maybe what do you want to see more in the content?
Yeah, so this is just for our live show, guys, on Wednesday. If you guys tune in with us every single Wednesday and you're looking and you want to keep tuning in with us and you really enjoy this live show, we're just looking for feedback from you.
Q&A with viewers once a month. Maybe every now and then we can throw in like a little 10-minute,
Yeah, I
just
like
like open mic
I like that.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and Dylan, I don't think we'd ever get to a point where it's a script, but I think maybe an outline that would just kind of help us stay on topic and talk about the things we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Fishing clips mixed into the live. Yeah, Kevin, we definitely want to work on that. That's something we got to work on.
And what stinks too is the reality is we've got one more live feed in studio before we head to the big show.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a
So
lot
we'll
of
do
live fishing.
live fishing.
That's crazy to think about that.
Why do you think I've been?
in the freaking
Why do you think I
world?
was like, I gotta spend the next 2 days like getting ready? Because yeah, when I come
Coming
back,
up
I'm
on you.
gone.
Yeah, that's what we would do, Ben. I think do an agenda and kind of do an outline, but definitely still kind of just talk to the viewers. That's what makes our show different and better.
Makeup for Cam. Come on. Promo code for the last 30 minutes of live feed attendees. So that's what I was gonna try to do with the Bob's thing tomorrow. Like if you're here, like we'll give these guys like a cookie
That's a good
for
idea.
tomorrow or something. I don't
That's
know.
a really good idea, guys. I'm going to write that one down. I like that.
Hit Clint repeatedly. Sign me
Catch
up.
to eat angling keeps saying compress the audio, Clint. I don't know what that means.
Dude, does Clint know what that means? He's a producer.
He kind of just like head scratch.
Yeah, so guys,
Sorry.
on the actual backdrop, we're going to work
Yeah.
on it. Trust me, there's some really cool stuff that I'm working on to get that thing kind of filled out.
That person keeps saying it. The mixer is compressing the audio. It is set.
The mixer
so,
is compressing the audio. Can they hear you?
Yep.
Okay. Rate the audio 1 through 10, guys. And keep in mind,
my-
every comment that you guys are doing is entering you in for the giveaway of that 000 plug. So we like hearing it. It's good stuff.
Rig setups are fun to watch. Absolutely, Rachel. We're going to get into doing more of that for sure. I've seen them bring more guests in a few times. Me and Cam at one point got on a really good kick where we were bringing in all these new guests, and we got to get back on that. Whiteboard. More whiteboard. Are you Layden's dad?
Yes.
Yes, he is Layden's dad.
I don't know Leighton, but I know Layden.
Layden, right there. L-A-D-E-N.
Close.
Oh, that's right. It's with a Y, huh? How do you spell it?
L-A-Y-D-N.
Yeah, I was missing the...
It's better, no doubt, compression fine tunes. Bobbery Strawings. Got it. Bigger water successfully from the bank. That's a good comment. I wish sometimes more stuff in Idaho, but like we were kind of joking about like doing a bash in Michigan and stuff like that. Like this is just, you know, we kind of know this area, but we do also know from talking to a lot of guys like, you know, kind of in the Michigan areas or a lot of the guys even like further east than where we're fishing. A lot of the techniques and a lot of the stuff, they can apply, and then we can also take some of the stuff we've learned, from the Great Lakes and those regions of steelhead fishing and apply it over here.
Yeah,
So it
for
does.
sure.
There is some cross pollination that works, for both sides. But we kind of really just try to speak of what we know. We don't. I mean, like I said, I think Jordan's gone over and done some steelhead fishing in Idaho, but I think he's the only one.
Yeah, he
I don't
is
know
the
if
only
you guys-
one.
Yeah,
I
so
haven't.
it's kind of.
James, it doesn't matter how long I stand in the sun, I'm still going to be a freaking ginger white boy, so there's nothing I can do there, dude. Sorry, man. I wish I could tan for you, but it's just not going to happen.
Go to the tanning salon.
I literally, this whole time I was in Idaho, I was like, I'm not putting sunblock on my legs. One time, I'm going to just be out in the sun the whole
gonna
time.
burn it.
They just burned the first day, peeled the second day, and got more burned the third day.
Oh,
Like, didn't do anything, just...
man.
Turned more white. Just shed layers.
Yeah, I think we do. We need to get Lucas in here, Clint. Lucas could definitely help us with a few of these things, I think, for sure. So, Lucas, you're on assignment.
You're on assignment.
Mr. Holmgren.
He's the one commenting that it sounds fine.
No, he didn't. He said that there was some mixing that could be happening.
Gotta
He
mix
said
it up,
audio
bro.
sounds fine, but he had a but in there. Cameron's mic cut out for a while earlier in the feed.
Yeah, but-
batteries just died on that one.
No, it's doing it again.
Weird.
It did, I switched out. Let's take train. It's doing it again.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
Whatever. Go ahead and comments.
Okay.
Now it just totally stopped. What is going on with Cam's microphone? Clint?
I'm not. I'm talking. I'm still here. Hello.
Can you guys hear Cam or no?
Yeah,
open
it's
up.
working. I can see it's going through into the feed.
Have I been? I'm not yelling. Why does everyone always say that?
Stop yelling.
Your voice just projects.
It does. It's just me, dude. I'm sorry.
Really appreciate Marlon on Facebook. Best live show on the planet. Audio's fine. Blah blah blah. Tonight's audio's pretty good.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hadley. You can get these hats on our website. They were in the 4th of July drop. I agree with staying on topic. I've seen that a lot, and I've gotten a few emails about it, guys. So we'll work on that.
I've said it so many times.
Yeah, I know, Clint, but you're not the people watching. So actually, you are. You're a big fan.
Garden frugal.
We
Hashtag
appreciate
garden
you,
frugal.
Clint. Talk
He said
more
some really
steelhead,
mean stuff
Clint.
though.
Clint's vocals are clear, like way clear. What? Clint doesn't even have a mic. Oh, you got a mic right now? Where are you at?
I did have a mic. I was going to take it off to trade with Cameron again, but yeah, I have one.
Oh, nice, Clint. You're
Mic
actually
up.
listening to me and doing what I ask you to do.
Weird.
He's producing.
Oh, here.
And
wait,
we
I
need to
better
stay
do
on
this.
task. And now we've been on this for like 25
Oh, I
minutes.
haven't done this in a while.
Are we
Here, I
going to
better do
discuss
this.
the title of the live feed also? Yes, J&M, we are going to talk summer tributary steelhead fishing tonight.
Stay on topic.
We did for a little bit, then we,
Squirreled
got
it.
on that.
All right,
tangent.
Clint, that's good. We got a lot of really good feedback. Let's
Wait,
pick
go
a
up,
winner.
go up a little. I wanted to read one. Oh, darn it.
We can go back and read
That's
them.
yours.
Yeah.
You can have that one back.
You can have it. That's yours, buddy. You can have it.
I put
That's
my
my
trim-
gift. That's my gift.
Who
to
it is?
you.
Who is it, Clint? There it is, Mr. John Poot. He says tilapia. Okay, I don't know what that means, but
That's a hell of a comment.
Mr. John Poot,
But you want a custom mag for it.
you just won 000 custom addicted mag lip. You are the only person on the planet that's going to have this one. So shoot us your email to shoot us your address, to orders@addicted.fishing. That email address right there at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you include your name, your address, and let us know that you won the custom mag lip 3.5, and we'll get it shipped out to you.
Yeehaw.
Let's get back into it.
Yes. What do we want to talk about now?
This stuff didn't even get picked
Want
up.
to stay on the
What's
floats?
going on here?
Float bait?
Float bait.
Float
Marlon,
some
what's your
bait?
favorite way to target summer steelhead?
I think spinners, for
You're a
sure.
spinner guy?
Yeah.
I love fishing spinners. It's just the bite, the fun of it. They just hit it aggressively. I
You
like
can
spinner
fish.
fishing.
You can fish them in almost anything too. Any
Yeah.
type of water.
Yeah, I agree.
Let them sink. Deep holes.
Pretty damn deadly.
Short little riffles.
What about you?
Very effective. I love the bobbers. I love me a good bobber and bait. Boop, 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 boop. Whack.
Cam?
Free drifting bait.
Ooh, Hard to beat that too.
Just straight free drifting it. Maybe one split shot. Whenever you get that opportunity to do that, and it's like, because it's not ever a bite. It's just,
Yep. Bye-bye.
and he's gone. Yeah, that's fun. Free drifting bait, definitely. Like I said, haven't gotten to do that for a while though. That's for sure.
That's a lot. Even though a couple times last year, hover fishing, that's my favorite when they bite like that. You're just sitting there, and all of a sudden they just like before you can even do anything. I love
You're like,
it.
oh my god, there he is.
There he is. I got one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
usually
that-
the only, that's
We'll
usually the,
talk about
honestly,
that
if I'm
some,
being
though.
honest, that's usually the only way I can catch him.
Dude, that hover
Normally,
bite.
I'm like, did I just get a bite? I don't know. Did I? Maybe. Well, screw it.
Lots of
And
bait.
now
set.
he's choking on
And
it.
now I have no coon shrimp. Whoops.
And now it was a smolt.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, we want to go over in a setup. What do you got here? You
Yeah,
wanna tie
I
something up?
mean, let's talk a little bit about like how you're going to approach it with the the fixed versus the slide rigs. I mean, even though it's summertime and you're trying to size down, there's still like, I mean, I'm just going to be honest, like there's still opportunity where I'm going to end up throwing like a heavier slide rig at them, and I might not necessarily be sliding the line or sliding the bobber up and down the line, because one thing about summer steelheading that gets, I think, more people in trouble than anything else is you can't get close to them. Like you need to be able to like go, above the fish, whether you're float fishing with bait or whether you're throwing a spinner or whatever like that. You always got to be aware that those fish, like if you can see them, they can see you. And so being able to make a long cast, being able to like present something like casting it clear across the river and then letting it go way, 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 way down. Sometimes you're going to still want to utilize the weight, the additional weight of a slide float. Even if you're not going to run this bobber stop up your line a long period, there's just a lot more weight there than doing something with the fixed float situation.
A little bit more forgiveness, if you will. Think a little more. Maybe versatile is not the word for it. Maybe.
What's that?
Just
Versatile?
Yeah, for that setup compared to the fixed setup.
I mean, when this guy's like dragging down the water, usually what I'm going to fish with this is I'm probably going to have a couple split shots and then either a bead or a coon shrimp.
Yeah.
And I'm going to want that bait to more just kind of like roll along the bottom. I'm probably not going to go so much a vertical straight up and down with a jig, because this is just much more stuff going on above the fish than just like the little tiny little stealth trout or steelhead floats that we make.
Right.
But having this to be able to like wing it out there, like you said earlier, long leader on a bead, long leader for coon shrimp, like just always having that in mind that just you can't get close to them. They will see you and they will not be interested in what you're throwing.
Yeah,
they'll be more interested in you.
They'll spook. They will spook.
But when it comes to just general jig fishing, if I am going to go with like a vertical presentation, I'm not doing a long leader. I don't want it dragging the bottom. I want the jig just in in the water column. With a piece of coon shrimp on there, piece of squid on there, whatever the hell we were talking about, or all those different, a Mormon cricket.
Yep.
Put that thing on there,
Hey,
big old freaking
meat.
thing. Yeah, put that meatball on there. There's a lot going on there. So the reality, if I can go stealthy and I can take away that, and I'm going to fish it straight up and down where that line's always going to be in the water, that's when you're going to go with the fixed float. And we make a smaller size. We make like the trout float, which you can still add enough weight to these, and these things are made out of balsa, so they actually carry their own, quite a bit of weight too. But using a 1/8 down to like a 1/32 ounce jig, that's one thing that I was not surprised to not see, because you can bring all your stuff. But we do make steelhead jigs that are very, very small, smaller than the 1/8. Make them
Yeah.
down to a 32nd. And the thing about that is the hook quality, though, for a jig like that to be able to take on a big steelhead is still there.
That's where yeah.
So you're gonna be able to utilize that. So you can trim down some of those 1/8 jigs, but tag a couple of the extra weights with the fixed float, and then being able to wing that thing across the river again, trying to get it away from you, at least to where the steelhead are, and you're not going to spook them, is really important. It's actually kind of the basis of what like this little fixed float was designed to do, more than anything else.
Agree.
How do you decide whether to drag or hang? I'm assuming like when you're drift fishing, and pretty much you always are going to kind of want to drag. The only time you want to hang, like you want any steelhead across the board, summer, winter, whatever, If you're fishing in the tributaries, you want that bait to look as natural as it can with giving also giving the fish a shot at it. What I mean by that is because the question is whether you rather drag it or whether you rather hang it up. If the water's flowing really heavy, really fast, you sometimes need to slow the bait down by adding a little more drag or hanging it up every now and then, like bobber dogging it, anything like that, to give the fish a shot at it. You can't just zip by them. Generally in the summertime, like you've got, even in the riffles that are fast moving, you still have good visibility.
Yeah.
So I try not to like let it hang too much, but you still want it kind of down. You still want it along the bottom. You still want it moving. You want a natural movement. That natural movement is going to get more bites than just about anything else you're going to do.
Yeah.
So like I said, I like to drag a little. Yeah, you need to have some kind of drag because you slow it down, you get it down to the bottom, and then also by dragging, you also know you're on the bottom. Like, you know, instead of just casting into like a...
And that's where the fish are.
That's where the fish are, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
Especially in the time.
Yep.
Are pulling plugs effective for summers?
When you have the water for it, yes.
Do we have the water for it now?
In certain spots, yeah.
What are those spots?
So these certain spots I'm talking about, guys, are usually head ends of the spot, of a hole, if you will. Usually the fastest part of the run. And honestly, when I'm running plugs for summer steelhead, I don't necessarily look for that long, perfect, straight run. Sometimes I'll literally be dumping my plugs in a 10-foot slot that's 5 feet wide. And they're, as soon as they see that plug, they're either going to hit it or they're going to spook. I mean...
Fight or flight.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's where I find plugs to be effective for summer steelhead, is more so in water where you might not think you can get, you know, a bobber through, or if you've thrown everything at them that, you know, you can think of, oh, maybe a plug. Definitely try it. They work. Plugs work very, very well for summer steelhead. And some of the size plugs that I'll use, instead of 3.5s, I'll size down to a 3.0, even a 2.5 sometimes. And then these little buggers, these tadpoles, these things are the real deal. They're,
Old head and tadpole. Those are
yes.
OG stuff there.
Yep.
You can run those things as fast as you can in the water, and they'll never turn over.
This one's the 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗪. There's a couple different variations, but
okay.
yeah. Tadpoles, 𝗛𝗘𝗪, whatever you want to call them, they work. They're just like we've been saying, size down, size down, size down. But don't be afraid of a big aggravating bait. It's, I mean, almost just like a spinner. It's just something different. And not a lot of people fish plugs for summer steelhead, I will tell you that. In the tributaries.
And keep in mind too, guys, anytime we're talking like with summer steelhead, a lot of people, like I've seen it, and I've seen it a lot, like you'll go to the river and where he's talking about is like something to pay attention to, because a lot of people think like you'll have this beautiful glassy tail out. And yes, the steelhead do at some point in time have to move through it, whether they move through it in the morning, in the afternoon, whether they're running during the day, whatever, they have to move through it. But generally where all these steelhead are really liking to hold, they want to hold like up against a bank. They want to hold like underneath the bubble current, underneath the chop. They want some kind of cover. They don't want to lay at times. Sometimes if they're sitting in a hatchery, sometimes if they're just kind of like holding in like the deepest section of water, you'll see them just laying in some glassy water. The reality is like, if they're fighting and trying to move underneath like the bubble curtain or underneath where the riffle's chopped, and they're all fighting and kind of like try to stay in there, and that's where they want to be, and then you put a plug in their face and you just like blow their world up, that's a really good opportunity to get on that plug.
Especially when you know there's multiple fish in a spot like that, like he's saying, if they're stacked up in there and you've been throwing everything you got at them, throw a plug in there. It's something else.
So Luke is saying, Cameron, can you talk about Tidewater big water plugs for summers? Cameron Crush is doing this. I want to learn more. I mean, the reality is like when it comes to like a Tidewater situation or like a bigger water situation, all I'm doing, Lucas, is just finding like that spot to where every steelhead that's swimming up the river is going to go around that rock or up onto that ledge, because the current's barreling out here. And even if the river is hundreds of yards wide, it's going to put them down into like where every fish that swims up one shore or the other is going to go around like that rock right in front of me. And that's where I put the plugs. There's not really much to it, just in all fairness, other than just kind of identifying and figuring out like those spots where those fish are just going to neck down. Like I said, the river's 100 yards wide, but every fish that swims up it is going to go around that rock behind my boat. I'm anchored up on it, kind of positioned. There's, like I said, there's not much to it. And then of course too, you know, when you're in those situations, you can put a spinning globe, coon shrimp. You know, you could put just a corky and a little coon shrimp out, a little bait. But yeah, can you scroll up, Clint? There was a couple really good questions that I wanted to kind of like touch that I saw as well. So are pulling plugs a last ditch effort?
For summer steelhead, I would say, just because it's not the most, you know, the most practiced technique for summer steelhead.
Find some summer steelhead held up. They've seen a ton of jigs and bobbers. They've seen the world. So you go and you give them there and it doesn't work. So then you run the plugs through them, just break them up.
Most of,
That
I
was the
shouldn't
question I wanted
shouldn't
right
say
there.
most of the time, but
Which
every
one?
once in a while you'll stir them up and get them going again.
Are you running jet divers with those plugs?
I do not. Nope, I'm flatlining these things.
Most of the opportunities you guys are going to find where you're going to run plugs, you know, it could be, you know, maybe max 10 feet, probably more like 4. And those plugs are pretty capable of getting down in there and waking them up.
Right.
Waking them up. Yep. Yeah. So let's see here. Anything else on the plugs? I mean, I see you running just single trebles there. I mean, we're applicable. Obviously, you can't, you know, some rivers you can't run trebles. Says, thank you. Would like to hear about the sizes possible and always coon shrimp wrap. Good live feed from, yeah. So we didn't talk about that, but I know we talked about it in a live feed a couple times ago. Yeah, whenever I've got the opportunity, I'll fish a lot of like the 3.5s or the 3.0s. Not that they won't bite a 4.0 or 4.5, but a 3.5 dives deep, does very well in heavy current, and gives a really good profile to add a coon shrimp to the belly.
It's
and
a perfect size. Not too
perfect
big,
size.
not too small.
They even designed the little mag lip to have these little striations in the side that actually grip the tape to prevent it from sliding down, because obviously the middle of the plug's a little thicker than the bottom. But yeah, whenever you legally can, and you can use bait and scent like you were talking about earlier, and take his advice, whenever you have the opportunity to use bait, put some bait on there. So even plug fishing, guys, you can do that. And like I said, you can go back and check out some of these other live feeds we've done. I know I've done some plunking tutorials where we show really in-depth wrapping on a small steelhead plug, but absolutely do that. Yeah. Okay, perfect, thanks. Let's see here. We didn't really talk. Spinners after plugs if it pushes them into the tail out. Spinners after plugs if it pushes them into the tail out. Yeah, you're either gonna, I mean, you're gonna run them into the tail out, but every tail out's different.
It's true, yeah. It's situational. Very situational. I mean, you're running if you're running a plug in the whole sequence that we've been talking about, you know, you try everything first and then you go to the plugs. You've already tried your spinner. Granted that you did just stir them up with those plugs, so I mean they could just be, you know, after they get all intertwined, you know, one of them could look at it different and snap.
Oh no, if a steelhead gets spooked, like when you're bank fishing and a drift boat goes over the run, I mean, once a steelhead's spooked, it's automatic 24 hours before that fish is going to bite again.
Yep, 100%. Yep.
What he's saying, guys, is no, those fish, when they move around, like they might have all been sitting in a spot that your gear, maybe you weren't hitting, you weren't trying to wash bait perfectly in front of them. And steelheads, felt pretty comfortable there. Drift boat goes over, you run plugs through them, you smash them with a spinner, and they spook out and they move. If you give them just a few moments to kind of resettle somewhere else, it might be a better spot for you to actually catch them as anglers. So I was kind of being a little bit facetious talking about, the drift boat goes over the run and then it's over for the day. And it's like, that's actually not the reality at all.
No, sometimes that can help a guy out.
It resets. Exactly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Do you set the hook on free drifting eggs or reel down on them? Just reel down on them, Nate. Usually, if you're free drifting, there's a lot of, there's nothing you're not feeling through a lead. You're not, it's kind of like they're on, and usually just feel like the rubber band, like, ooh, what's that? Yeah, easy money.
Phil's question.
What's up?
Phil's question.
Phil,
Do you
I
run a
lost it.
single? Go back up. Oh, yeah, there it is. Bobber and Cooney trailer hook or single hook?
Ooh.
I run a trailer hook.
Do you run two? Do you want to show people
do.
real quick how to rig that under a bobber?
Sure.
So that's the leader under a bobber, guys. So you guys know the sliding setups.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's show people that. I think I got some gloves right here. No, we didn't hurt Marlon's feelings. He's probably going to get you guys a prize. So let the man work. You know?
Let's see, yeah. You got 'em. Cool. So, got your bottom leader, right?
Side cam.
Oh, shoot. That's my job.
So you've got your
What do you got there? So you got two
bottom
addicted
leader.
advantage hooks.
Yes, work very, very
What
well for
size?
coon shrimp. This is a size 3, and this is a size 1. And this is 10-pound fluorocarbon.
Gotcha.
And what I'll do from here, this will tie it. I usually do a 3-way swivel with my little crimp weight, but barrel swivel will work for now. Tie this on there. Simple dimple. Moisten it up. Okay, so that's your bottom end leader. That's the business end. That's what you're gonna lose 95% of the time. Whenever you hang up, that's what you're gonna lose.
Yeah, you just want to lose these bottom 2
Yes.
feet. Yeah.
Yes. So you don't have to retie 6 5-foot leaders 10 times a day. Anyways, got our bumper leader down here.
Oh, go for just the no, rig the coon shrimp
Oh.
on the hooks.
Oh,
but this
oh.
is all good.
Copy. All right. So what I like to do, there's a couple different ways you can do it. Well, I've recently taken a big liking to.
Don't want the gloves.
Eh.
Yeah, you know.
I'm already pink. I've really taken a liking to just sticking that hook right in that meat right there,
Sideways through the top of the arch
Yep.
of the tail.
Right
Or
at the-
through the middle.
right at the top, right in the middle of this
Right in the
plate
middle
right
of the
here.
juice,
You'll
okay.
see that plate on the side of the head.
Mm-hmm.
Slide that through. Bam. You're done.
Oh, you're not gonna do anything with that second. Just let her hang.
Nope. Let it hang. Just let it hang. You're done. There's that way.
Easy enough. That's how I rig my spinning gloves too.
Super easy. I mean, this coon shrimp will, depending on how tough the heads are, how fresh the jar is, you know,
Well, the
they'll.
millennials will last forever. You'll
Exactly.
never cast them off.
Yep.
Doesn't happen.
Another thing you can do.
I'm sure someone out there could cast them off. Just,
I can.
Colt could
Colt,
cast
Colt
them
could
off.
cast them off.
Dude, that kid
Oh.
freaking whips cast so hard sometimes. I'm like, dude, you're fishing bait. You be a little more finesse. So another way, probably the most frequently used way, is hooking it right at the top of the head right there, right behind that first vertebrae. Come down through the meat. When you poke it out this head, be nice and gentle. You don't want to pop the head. Usually once you get that barb through there, it's a lot easier. You take that bait loop. I usually take my middle finger and my thumb right there. I'll pinch that tail, and I come back over here, grab that line, and it slides right in there. And you don't cinch it tight, just
Let it hang.
nice and easy.
So that egg loop, you guys can see that egg loop kind of wrapping around like the waist of that.
Nice and loose though. You see how loose that is? You don't want it nice and you don't want it cinched up like that. I would just ripped it. That's
Just
no
like a
bueno.
spinning globe, Kevin says. Yeah, a lot of guys rig them this way for spinning globe for sure.
Exactly. Yep, and that's pretty much the
And then
go-to.
let the other one just hang there.
Dude, that's
You'll get eaten.
oh yeah. When they come up and grab that, they're wham, 2 hooks, and it usually gets, this one usually goes right in the beak, and this one usually goes right in the roof of the mouth. And it's deadly. Deadly. I've recently, not super recent, but over the last couple of years, started running a lot more double hook setups when applicable, when you can. And it can make or break a fish. You know, sometimes you'll reel that thing in and it'll be on that size 3 freaking trailer hook.
No problem, Evan. Thanks for watching. Also, somebody did ask about like, oh, I thought everything for steelhead went to single point barbless hooks. Reality, man, is like you got to know your regs for your specific river.
When applicable.
When you're fishing it, no emergency regs that outdo the other regs. Like, unfortunately, all that stuff is on you because I have no idea where you're fishing. If you want to go ahead and tell me where you're fishing, and if there's a bunch of fish, you're more than welcome to. But no, kidding. Just you gotta watch your regs, man. It sucks. I even saw one of your guys' suggestions on like how to go through the regs and read it, and it kind of gave me an idea to maybe reach out to somebody who's maybe more of an expert on regs. I think that'd be a real. I'm gonna text him tomorrow and see if we can get him in here. That'd be pretty good. Anyways, so for what it's worth, yeah. When are we getting millennial bait towels? I don't know. We got what the hell, Bill? Where's the millennial bait towel? Huh?
Billy, what are you doing?
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty much the go-to for the old Cooney setup.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, guys. And just like anything, you know, all these are just like tools. It's going to be more about going out there. And one thing I'm going to say too with Summer Steelhead, especially because the waters are low, and you're not only fishing the first half an hour light and the last half an hour before dark. You're going to definitely want to be moving around a lot, covering a lot of water. The fish aren't going to be like in the winter time where they're just in one hole, just assembly line buying you all day, just shooting by.
Yeah.
So cover a lot of ground, fish a lot of different water. Don't be afraid to fish something that's this deep with bubbles going over the top of it. You'd be surprised at how short summer steelhead really are, and where they can sit and where they will sit. You know. Another
thing is don't discount those super deep salmon holes too.
No, there's a point.
They will chill in there too. They like that nice cold water down deep.
Yeah, there's a point where they're not going to have cover anywhere else, and they'll go find it.
Exactly.
And you can catch them in 35 feet of water. Yeah. Well, let's just open the floor up for you guys here for 5 minutes. I don't know where Marlin went. I think we did run him out. Been out 10 times, got one fish. It was delicious, though. That's one thing about summer steelhead, man. They are fantastic eating. Oh, yeah, we got to do that. So stick in here, guys. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys, we got one more very important thing to talk about tonight. I'm going to try to text Marlon back in here because it's 8:20.
I got it.
We're good. I feel like we covered this stuff pretty good.
Yeah, so if you guys have any other quick questions, anything summer steelhead related. So the question is, how did you get Morgan Wallen on the podcast? Do you look like Morgan Wallen? Has anybody ever said that to you?
I've heard it a handful of times.
I can't picture Morgan Wallen other than who the guy is standing next to me. So now I'm going to text that.
I'm me. Not the Wallen.
I'm going to text it right now, you know.
What?
Yes. Going pretty late tonight, T. Tried to see when we're done, but guess is a low. Yeah.
Should pin that
Oh,
one.
okay. No, I don't. I can't really do what we need to talk about justice because it's really important. And actually, it's kind of crazy what happened. But anything Summer Steelhead talking. Was driving during, I think, more fish politics and situational awareness on these topics would be cool. I love those parts. Also, maybe a hunting live feed.
Hunting
live feed. Well, you're probably going to get that anyways, just from, Marlin, if you follow the addicted fishing stories here in the next few months.
Yeah.
Probably going to do that. Teaching about regs would be great. Yeah. I mean, Alicia, that is a challenge. And even for people that have fished a long time, you can be surprised. And it's, I've been surprised. You've been surprised?
A little bit.
I've been surprised. Everyone can be surprised by them. And the joke was, shoot, back in the day, like the reason why people hired me to go, take them on guided fishing trips is so they don't have to go down to the river with a lawyer handcuffed to them. So the reality is yeah, it can be difficult. I mean, some of the best process, is, start with your state regulations, go into the reg book, and then you have to go online and search emergency regulations, and then have an understanding of those regulations when they call single barbless, when they call anti-snagging rules or
night closures.
Night closures
is a big
thermal area restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from hatchery to wild stuff. So it can be a challenge. But we should probably be interesting to see who we can get in on this one.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are asking reg talk, so it would be good to get
Talk
someone
rigs.
that can
Well,
do
I'll
it.
tell you what. Next week we're going to be talking about buoy 10, and we will talk in depth in regs. I'll make that a very good point, guys. And for those guys that you know are going to participate in the buoy 10 fishery too, that's kind of our big fall run kickoff, biggest run of salmon we have. You know, we'll talk a lot about the regs and about what the season's going on in 2 weeks, and we'll make sure to hit on all those points for you guys. Don't trust the DFW app regs. I regularly delete and re-download the app. Yes, no, Joaquin, that's the point, because sometimes those apps aren't updated and they give wrong information. And I've seen a few of them where they were incorrect and not in line with the emergency regulations or even the seasonal regulations. So yeah. See you in September, Cameron. Timothy, sounds like a plan. I'm looking forward to the month of September. It is going to be fantastic. If you do a reg talk, make sure you make a serious disclaimer. Yeah, Lucas, that's a fact. I usually make it pretty good on here. I'm like, yeah, you guys are on your own. So, yeah, that's definitely. Do you have any summer steelhead trips?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on in summer steelhead land the next month?
Got some availability. We'll be fishing summers probably all the way through August this year. I'll probably start to kind of mix in some early Chinook days, tributary Chinook days in August, September, but we'll be after summers all the way up until pretty much, you know, fall salmon's really kicking in the tributaries.
A lot of people go and, you know, participate in the salmon fisheries, you know, end of July,
it's
August,
awesome.
September, and that is like the peak time to go summer steelhead fishing, guys. And what's also pretty cool, which you appreciate, and you're welcome, by the way, is not a lot of guys are hitting the river for summer steelhead that time of year because they're all freaking out trying to get, you know, fall Chinook. So if you're one of those people that really want to get a summer steelhead, you've had difficulty doing that, get a hold of Jason.
Yep, we got lots of trips available, but definitely just shoot me a message. We'll get you lined out.
That's right.
Weekends, weekdays, whatever you want.
I got skunked July 4th for the first time in 7 years. Was it the full moon, or am I making excuses?
It was.
Lucas, chances are you probably didn't get a bait in front of a fish. Just going to go with that one. Just totally teasing you, man. We've all been there. I have no idea. Full moon.
Wait,
the Smalley's buying the full moon pretty good.
It's Tuesday?
Yeah.
Monday was good.
Yeah. Well, you know what, guys? I think what we're going to do is, I don't know where Marlon went. And
he's on the phone.
But is he just outside here? Would you go get him, please? Because he needs to do his gift. Stand by. Just stand by for just a moment. When does Buoy 10 open next week? No, it opens on August 1st. Yeah. And
worms for summer steelhead.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's the thing.
Micro worms or worms?
Real worms, just worms.
Big, bright, obnoxious worms.
Big, bright worms, little tiny worms, earthworms. Little thing that squiggles down there. Gotta get it in front of one's face so it might bite. But yeah, worms do work. Definitely, you know, in the right situation, I think, you know, obviously it can outshine bait.
I can't believe we forgot about the worm.
It's because honestly, it's not like the most frequently used tactic for summer steelhead. I mean, it's great, it works. I just don't think it's very
bait.
Yeah, bait. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
I know I'm asking you to do like 50 million things. Can you get our new comments too real quick? I almost feel like if Marlon's not going to get in like 2 seconds.
We need our own mouse over
I was going to say.
New comments.
That's a great idea. It's a wireless mouse. I'm just going to hand it to Cam next live feed.
No, because see, I keep putting this up. But it's like.
Oh my God.
I didn't use it because you were actually doing something. So every time I need new comments, I was literally going to be like, and then not say anything. And then Clint was going to do new comments. But that wouldn't have been fair. Because I asked you to do something else that you had to do. I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do it. You're welcome.
I love my job.
None of us
You're
are
welcome.
real close to Salem there, Clyde. We're all up here in the Portland,
Is there a entry fee? Oh, I'm sorry.
Vancouver area. So we are up north of the bridge.
Yeah. And no, there's no entry fee for Bob's.
You just got to get there early.
I
Yep.
just get there a little early. Like I said, we're going to start
Not
letting
a
people
little.
in ticketed at 5:30 is what Marlon said. You can get there as early as you want.
No,
Do
yeah.
a little shopping.
Come early because people complain that drive a long distance, and then when they get there, it's packed, and they're like standing outside and can't hear the seminars. So
Okay, so are you, did they hear you? Do you have
yep,
a mic?
I have a
Okay.
mic on.
He means it, guys. Get there early and be sure to, if you're really wanting to engage in the seminar, we're going to do the buoy 10 stuff. We're going to do all that stuff. So make sure you get there early. All right, we got Marlon back in here to talk about one more thing. Very, very important thing. More whiteboard.
Oh, dude.
I love the whiteboard.
I definitely
I had
forgot
that
about
giveaway, but I didn't want to do that. What's that?
Give that one away first, just randomly select someone. We'll get a third one going.
You know what? Since you guys have hung in there for this last announcement, we're just going to do the random giveaway. Go. And if you commented, then you did your job, and that's what we needed you to do. So if you don't get picked, blame Clint.
Oh, you get an electric pole dancer and
Green Blade Kelly.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a hunter.
We got Weed Hopper gets selected. This guy does a lot of commenting in every week, dude.
Here you go.
There you go. Congratulations. You got 2 short bush triangles. 2 short bush triangles.
Right.
Alrighty.
2 short bush triangles.
Sorry, I
You are
missed
set.
the last part of the feed, guys. How'd it go?
We were struggling without
I
you.
had an important phone call.
We really
Real
needed
good.
you, bro.
Yeah, right. You guys did great.
We got one more thing to talk about, guys. Let's do it.
Okay, guys, we
Fire
got
it up.
something real serious to talk about here, and I need every single one of your guys' help on this. This is a big deal. I feel really, really bad that this happened to this individual, and let's pull it up, Clint. So, as you guys know, Big Dave, huge part of Addicted. Get that email order.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Big Dave, huge part of Addicted.
Yeah.
One of our good buddies, really just kind of an icon in the Northwest fishing industry, was fishing. He has a lodge up in Alaska, and the entire thing burned to the ground. And if you guys know anything about lodges, bush lodges in Alaska, you cannot get insurance on them. They will not insure a bush lodge in Alaska. No insurance company will touch it. And so Dave basically suffered about a $50,000 loss by his whole lodge burning to the ground. And what happened was he left to go fishing in the morning with his clients, and his son Max was kind of standing out in the field, and his son Max was like, "Oh, Mom, there's like a big ember came out of this chimney." And literally they saw that ember, and before they could do anything, the whole entire house was in flames. And it was a chimney fire. They lost everything. They lost all their memories for years. I mean, they legitimately lost everything. There is some videos, Clint, at the very bottom that you could play after you scroll down. So, guys, Clint, is there a way we can pin these comments, pin the link in the comments?
You have to do it because it doesn't let.
I know, but
Yeah, we can't. Yep, if you put it in the comments.
Okay, I want to throw this out there real fast because Brad Ringer says, "Oh crap, I am supposed to go in August. That's horrible." Do not. I'm sure he's probably reached out to a lot of the people, but he may not have, or he may not have got a hold of you yet. Do not cancel your trip. Plan on going. He's got a work crew. They are going up. They're tackling it. They're not. As of right now, I think it is they're going to try to get that going for coho season. So don't freak out. Big Dave, he's done this for a lot of years up there. He's got a good group of dudes, very resourceful. They're going to go back up there and they're going to get on it, rebuilding the lodge and doing what they can to get it going. So right now,
So, guys, I dropped the link and I pinned it to the top of the comments on YouTube. I already got on there before this feed started, guys, and donated $500 of my own money. So anything that you guys can do. He lost about $50,000 in basically damage of everything that was inside and the whole lodge itself. We set the goal as $20,000 just to try to have a random goal there. But as much money as we can raise to this thing to try to help Big Dave and his family out is going to be a huge help, guys. And as you guys know, this is a big community of anglers out here in the Pacific Northwest. So let's show Dave and show his family what this community can do. Because, we don't ask you guys very much for this type of stuff. One time you guys came out and drove and helped Nick Popoff's son when Nick's Popoff's son was going through some really bad medical issues. And I was blown away what you guys did and came out and supported with. So please, please, please head over to this link. I'm going to be posting it all over social media as well in the next couple days. If any of our sponsors are watching, why don't you hey, 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 𝗪𝗢𝗥𝗗, guess what? You're getting banned because you're an asshole. And I'm going to say that right to your face if I see you. So peace out.
I mean, the reality is he can say it's a scale. Well, the bottom line is Big Dave.
There's fucking videos
right.
of the lodge burnt down. What scam, kid?
But what I'm saying, it's a matter of the bottom line is that the fishing community is really small, and there's a lot of people that are going to want to help Dave and support. And for all of you guys that have not seen Addicted Alaska 3, it was also where it was filmed. So there's a lot of people that are going to want to support and are going to want to have the opportunity to go to that lodge someday. And so I'm sure if you have ever wanted to do one of these trips with Big Dave up in Alaska, well, here's a chance that maybe you can help out even before you get a chance to go. So you know what? I mean, I don't know what else to say to that, to the DH kid. It is what it is.
Yeah, sorry I lost my cool there for a second, guys, but I'm just not, I ain't okay with people saying stuff like that. We're not.
It's a free country. You can say what
That's
wants,
the
but
last
but
thing
the
that
reality
Addicted
is,
ever is a scammer. So,
but the reality is a lot. We know a lot of people are, when the word got out, even like right away, just to the very tight knit, people are already asking like, what can they do to help? What
are
can
you
we do
doing
to
a
help?
GoFundMe? People were asking us.
So this is something that is not just, that wasn't just conjured up. It was a necessity for basically the fishing community out there. I'll say the real fishing community out there. And so it is what it is. So there you go. Do it or not. All good.
Yeah, and it's just so sad. When he called me, I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. And we were just there filming. We were there a week before it happened. Mm-hmm. So, again, guys, if any of our sponsors are watching, Big Dave has done a lot for this fishing community. I'm sure there's a lot of fishing companies out there that understand that Big Dave is an icon in this industry and has done a lot for brands out here. So, even fishing brands, anyone and everyone that can come in and support Big Dave, now's the time. We need your guys' help. I know it's tough times for everyone right now. The economy sucks, but let's all try to come out and just help Big Dave as much as we can. Like I said, already got on there and donated $500.
And everybody's in a different situation too. So if you could at the very least just grab that link, copy it, it's right there on your page, and be able to go share it out. Marlon's going to be posting the living snot out of it on all the platforms. But like just spread, at the very least, spread the word. It might get to somebody. You never know. So it's kind of sucks. I would hate to lose my whole Alaska operation, just on an accident. And
the thing that makes me upset is like when he called me when it happened. I mean, he was pretty much in tears, and it's what's in. He can replace the lodge, but it's what he lost inside that sucks. He's got years and years and 15, 17 years of just memories in that thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that they were able to save was Dave's 2 bear rugs.
Yeah, Leslie grabbed them.
Leslie, Dave's wife, was able to get the 2 bear rugs out, and that's it. And Dave's tells a story, when he got back, the whole place was like up in flames. He ran in to the flaming house and was like throwing the propane tanks out of the house, because if those propane tanks would have blown up, he would have lost everything.
Oh yeah.
It would have went to the little side lodges that he has, like the little guest lodges.
The outbuildings, yeah.
It would have destroyed everything, and so I feel so bad for him. And yeah, guys,
that's terrible.
There it is. Links pinned on the top of the YouTube. We don't have it pinned on Facebook, but like I said, I'm going to be posting it all over the place over the next couple days and trying to promote it as much as we can, guys. So appreciate you guys for listening, and if you can help, you can help. Dave will appreciate it a lot. But like Cam said, if you can't, at least try to share it. Try to get some word out there on it, and that's all I got. I see a lot of people saying prayers, and
like I said, if you're gonna go fishing with Dave, don't count him out yet. So
never count Big Dave out.
Don't count him out yet. So one guy, it should be good. See what happens.
So one last quick thing. Live feed next week. Me and Cam will be at ICAST. I am planning on doing some live feeding at ICAST. So hopefully I can go around and show you guys some new product launches from some of our sponsors there, and just show you guys some new stuff at ICAST. That's kind of my goal when I'm there, is to do a little mini live feed at ICAST. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you head over to Addicted Fishing and follow us. That's where you can get like real-time updates of what we're doing. So we post a lot on the story and kind of what's going on with Addicted on a daily basis. So if you guys want to see more kind of real-time updates, you can get it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Just really quick, there's a guy saying the link won't work. Just don't miss that. Don't miss that /F/fire.
Yeah, it sucks you can't click on it. Like,
Yeah. In YouTube,
You will see. I mean,
should be
across the
able to.
platforms, you're going to see it.
go
It's
to
not
the
something
go
that-
to the addicted page.
Yeah.
And Marlon will have it up there.
It'll be. You guys will get. This is not something that's going to go away in an hour. So.
no, we're gonna, and I think let me go real quick and just see. I might be able to pin a comment. Can you pin a comment? We pin a comment on Facebook too, Clint?
Yep.
So let me go down here and open up the live feed, and I can pin a comment on Facebook for all you guys on Facebook as well. There we go.
I clicked on it. It worked. Yeah, everyone's. Yeah, I mean, everyone's got. Oh, they're going through their TV. They're going through their phone. They click.
Right.
You know, we got some working link. It's happening there. So
Okay.
appreciate you trying for sure.
Yeah, I think you two. Yeah, just if you do your best to get that link. What I'll do too is I'll edit the YouTube description after this, guys, and I'll drop the link in the YouTube description so you guys can just go back to this live video and just click the link right from the description.
Yeah.
So.
We should have led with that.
Yeah, we should have.
Forgot.
We should have. Harmson, you got any trips coming
we
up?
already talked about this.
You got some summer steelhead?
We strung it
covered
out.
it. Sweet.
Strung it out. How August is awesome because we're all salmon fishing. He has the river to himself. People want to catch a summer steelhead. It's like the best time to go.
It is a good time. That's when you do a lot of that free drifting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool, guys. So next week,
Right.
iCast. Following week, buoy 10 prep. We're gonna start talking about.
Actually, might as well just talk buoy 10 trolling because then it's going to be like a week out.
Yeah,
So
this-
we're just going to call it buoy 10.
Yeah.
I already got suggestions from people asking what they wanted to see, so we're good.
Sweet. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate.